The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
In the beginning, you knew this was different. The infection was everywhere. It was in the street outside. It was coming through your windows. It was a virus.
Terrible viral infection gives people this incurable disease, fills their veins and blood with pure rage.
By the time they tried to evacuate the cities, it was already too late.
Jesus Christ, 5 hours? It infects, replicates, and kills this fast? These numbers can't be right.
The numbers are correct. I wish to God they weren't. It's everyone.
There is no God.
It's like some kind of horror movie.
Such a great virus that you want to infect others, like your friends and coworkers. Sometimes it leaves pustules. There's nothing you can do about it.
God almighty.
We gotta stop this outbreak before it mutates. They're highly contagious.
What's this rash from?
We're facing a new strain.
It can cause life-threatening bleeding or even asphyxiation.
Where is it spreading?
All over the place.
All right, we're coming out. Here we go.
I'm aboard up.
Anthony.
I'm a little dirty. Wipe me.
James Norton.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, terrific.
It's out Friday wide.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
That's terrific. I love you, Johnny Cakes.
That's
Alright. What do you got cooking in your oven over here?
Why not?
Oh, God, does that creep me out. Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Wake the F up. It's showtime.
I gotta turn my headphones up. Oh, my God. It's not gonna be fun. Hold on. That's about all I can take right now.
Thank you.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
What's wrong, Anthony? What's wrong? Come on, we got a broadcast. What's wrong? What's wrong?
I went out last night.
We have 25 cities counting on us right now. What's wrong? And all of XM.
Went out like an idiot.
Yeah?
Oh, what a jerk. Why didn't I just stay home and go to bed like I normally do? I broke my whole rhythm. Everything I do every day. I broke it.
You just wanted to live a little?
I wanted to live. So I went out. I didn't want to live all that much because I went out with No Filter Paul, his wife, and Big Kev. Woohoo.
That's living.
Woohoo. And went to Frenchie's restaurant.
What planet did you travel to?
Yeah.
After the show yesterday?
Should have gone to Sleep World.
How does that come together? How does that come together that you're hanging out with No Filter Paul, his wife?
Well, Frenchie has he's cooking at a new place.
Yeah.
He's the chef.
Yeah.
At a new place that's close to my house, real close. A couple of miles away. So figured, what the hey-ho. Go check it out. And, I don't know how it hooked up. I guess my girlfriend hooked that up with Big Kev and Paul and his wife Denise.
So you hang out with No Filter Paul socially every once in a while?
It's only the second time in 2 years. He behaved himself pretty well last night.
That's why you're miserable today. It has nothing to do with the alcohol.
There's a table full of Asians, and they didn't get angry once. Although I couldn't tell. They may have been angry or happy. But, went out, drank. God damn. Like the old days. Only I just don't do that. I can't do that anymore. Drank too much, and too much for me, 4 glasses of wine, and that's too much. What a pussy. And now I feel like crap. I just feel like crap. It's the worst thing. I'll buck up.
Did you puke?
No. Didn't puke, but I got to sleep late. I get into bed, and then it was late, and the stupid Letterman was on, so I'm like, I got to watch that. So I watched it again. It's like, look, there we are. So I didn't get to sleep until after Letterman.
But you could DVR that stuff.
I got it DVR'd from the first time. I could have watched it at noon. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
I wanted to stay up last. I mean, I don't, do much during the week and, wasn't drinking or anything, and I'm watching my Mets. Then I'm like, I can't watch the rest of the game because I want to go to bed and make sure I'm wide awake for this crap.
Yeah.
So I missed my Mets game. I missed our Letterman appearance.
Yeah.
Again, I still haven't seen it on a TV. I've seen it on YouTube before. The Letterman people had a problem with that, and they yanked everyone's account that posted the Letterman appearance.
Hey, you got to see it in all its glory.
I plan on it today.
On real TV.
I decided to go to bed last night, so I missed everything. The stupid Mets, though.
What time do you go to bed?
I got 9 o'clock last night.
Oh, that must be nice.
The last couple of nights I've been going to bed real early. And maybe it was a little later because I watched the Mets I think it was the third inning and it was already 11 o'clock at night. I don't know. I know I'm exaggerating, but it's ridiculous with these freaking baseball games.
Yeah, much too.
And we have to get up a lot earlier than most people. Like even people that have to go to work by 9, they're bitching about how late these games go.
Yeah.
The last pitch, I guess, last night was at 11:45. The game started at 8.
That's too late for people that have to get up.
It's almost 4 hours of baseball.
Yeah. Too damn late for people that got to get up.
Well, just in case you missed the game last night.
Pujols was 0 for 2 with a walk. He's 0 for 1 tonight. And in the air to left field. Back at the track, at the wall. It's a home run. And Pujols has just impressed Glavine.
Impressed? Is that what you'd call it? Impressed him?
Well, Glavine was pitching pretty well when I was watching.
Yeah, he
finally gave up a homer, and then that was pretty much it. And then, of course, finally at 11:45 last night.
Breaking ball for strike 2. Takes Game 5, the final of 4-2.
Looking grim for the Metropolitans.
Well, it just sucks because the team's falling apart. I mean, we have no one that can pitch.
Yeah.
Half the team is injured and whatever. It's so frustrating. You're one of the best teams in baseball. I think they were the best team in baseball, and then you lose Pedro Martinez. The rest of the pitching staff's falling apart. You're giving the ball to a guy that was 3-13.
Yep.
Although that worked out for us, but Cliff Floyd is trying to play without a foot. Pretty much without a foot.
Now I'm just looking at the cover of the Post.
Yeah.
And they have Mr. Met on there, who is ripping off Jimmy. Because Mr. Met he's Frank the Frowner impression. Does his face do that, or did they Photoshop the big frown on Mr. Met's face?
Probably Photoshopped the big frown.
Is he fully articulated his expressions?
No, he really has no ears.
Because he's a better actor than Steve C.
Oh, he's very good.
With his expressions. He's not happy. You could tell the big baseball head.
By the way, worst mascot in baseball, Mr. Met.
Big baseball head.
Man, you look at the other teams out there, they got some good mascots. We got that. We got that waterhead.
Would you rather have the Philly Fanatic?
Well, he's pretty obnoxious too, but
and you can't even tell what species it is.
What is that thing? Is it a bird? Is it a dog?
Exactly.
I don't know what it is.
at least we know Mr. Med is a waterhead.
He's a big retard.
Yeah, so you know what he's all about.
What the hell is that?
Hey, were the Mets up 2-0 in this series?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Travis is saying no.
It's been tough since game one, basically, because the team is falling apart. Yeah, the Mets were tied for best record. Thank you, Nick in Minnesota. I was close enough, all right? Let's say hi to Jeremy in Cleveland. Jeremy, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Happy Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Yes, right on, man.
And I'm just calling to let the listeners know that it's very easy to get a WOW sticker. You can either go to opieandanthony.com or your local radio station if they decide to push it. Or you can just take a finger right in the dirt of your car, write WOW, drive around, don't bother the ladies, and one day you will see lovely Bazotic bosoms.
That's right.
Good see you later, guys. Punching out.
And I don't know about your city, but in New York we're seeing lots and lots of WOW stickers lately.
When I'm driving with the tablet.
Yeah, it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Just don't harass the ladies. They're out there. They're willing to flash you as you drive to work today. All you need is a WOW sticker or a WOW sign on your car to make it happen, okay?
Right. And, plenty of WOW stickers out there I'm seeing.
Yeah, and it works. The WOW thing works great when you're going to a sporting event, a concert, all that stuff. It's made for that stuff when you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
When you're going to the big football game on Sunday.
That's when you're not as distracted. You're looking around, who's next to you.
Right.
That's when you see the lovely Buxotic.
We got lots and lots of ratings yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Lots and lots. I thought just a couple cities came in yesterday, but pretty much every city came in yesterday, it seems.
Quite a few reporting.
Yeah, they studied the New York ratings a little more, and we just cleaned up.
Yeah, did very well.
We just cleaned up in the male demos, especially. Just cleaned up.
Thank you.
But I want to also acknowledge the women. They're starting to listen to this program for some reason in New York.
Thank you, ladies.
Not enough to do great in the female demos, but enough to make the person's numbers a little higher than we're used to.
Boosting them up a bit.
Yeah, we're still growing as a show. We're still attempting the greatest comeback in radio history, but New York so far so good, especially when you get rid of the 9 o'clock hour. We're just over the top. We're pretty much second behind that Spanish-speaking station,
which is that's a hell of a hurdle here in the city.
Yeah, because everyone speaks Spanish nowadays. I mean, the only way we could compete against them is to actually, I don't know, start speaking Spanish.
Maybe. Did you see the 300 millionth person born in the country? They're trying to hawk that in New York.
Yeah.
As and was one of them white? Was any of them white?
No, not
like they had a few of them, and it was like Emilio this and
Julio
Rodriguez that, and that Hispanic population, boy.
Exactly.
They know how to make people.
They certainly do.
That's it.
So, New York doing very well.
Yeah.
Philly. What do we say about Philly?
I picked apart some of the numbers.
Well,
and it didn't look bad.
We got destroyed in one of the monthlies.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make excuses. It is what it is. Officially, we went down in Philly. We went down in Philly.
Book to book.
Which just amazes us. Because we see the buzz down there. We were down there this summer for the ONA Traveling Virus.
Yep.
Things are good. Things are really good in the Philly market. We have no doubt that we're doing very well. But I don't know. It's still too early in the game, and the type of radio we do, you don't cue them as much in the beginning. And the ratings didn't find our fans.
No.
So then the book came out yesterday, and we bounced back up in the last month, but it wasn't good enough to help us in the overall book.
Thank God we bounced back up.
Yeah,
it wasn't that.
Or it would have
bad.
been a lot worse.
But our September was very good.
But once again, we have to sit here and let Preston and Steve celebrate.
Yeah.
Which is really frustrating to us because they're a bunch of hacks. But we'll get them eventually.
But how do we counter that, Opie? By the wonderfulness that is Boston, Massachusetts.
Hello, Boston.
Hey, Boston.
Hello, Boston. Hello to everyone listening to us on WBCN.
God bless you people.
We officially beat Mantown.
Mantown.
Mantown is is in our rearview mirror now.
Yeah. Haha.
Now, the ratings in Boston were ridiculous.
Yep.
We still got a ways to go in Boston, but in general, ridiculous.
For the
number
limited
one
time we've been on, yeah.
Number one in a bunch of demos, looking really, really good in Boston. They were celebrating like crazy. The whole station is doing very well.
Yep, made big jumps, which was good.
So if you're listening to us on WBCN, be proud. They're doing very, very, very well. And Mantown is officially a joke at this point.
And I can't think of a town we've screwed over more than Boston, Massachusetts. Jesus. We have just left you guys hanging a couple of times.
Yeah, well... We knew it was going to be easy, though. Mantown is such just a hack concept. It's the Hillman Morning Show, and their whole show is based around this concept called Mantown.
That's where guys can go to hang out and be men, and not have the wives involved or the girls. And but it's not really that they're taking that stance because they have to hollow out their own little place.
Yeah, because
that's okay with the wife, like the basement or a shed out back.
Well, they got to hide to be men, basically.
We got to hide to be men.
They got to hide to be men, and I think they hug each other and stuff, and they hum things in the woods as they're naked doing the big group hug.
The national symbol for Mantown should be a woman with a black eye, not hiding in a shed out back with an old lazy boy recliner and the old TV you used to have in the living room.
Yeah.
Before you got the one that the wife watches her programs on. You Mantown, my ass.
We knew it would be easy. A little message to the Hillman. Mantown is, it's faggoty.
It's a little like faggoty.
I don't even think gay guys are proud of Mantown and what you're trying to do.
Mantown.
It's a bit faggoty.
But how does he promote it on the show? Like, this is the Hillman, and we do Mantown. Is that what he calls it, like the Mantown show? It's just awful.
It's awful, indeed.
I couldn't tell you how it's presented, but just the fact that it exists is awful.
To get to Mantown, you have to back in ass first.
Back in through a tunnel.
Mark Miller.
The only way in, you can't get.
Mark Miller.
City limits.
When you leave the tunnel, you don't actually drive out. You just dribble onto a shirt.
Mark Miller's already starting in from New York City. More effing ratings talk. I notice you don't talk about the XM numbers when they show XM losing every quarter.
What?
You're a dope, Mark. Look at the overall numbers. We're still beating Sirius by a freaking landslide.
Leaps and bounds.
Shut the F up, Mark Miller.
By leaps and bounds, my friend.
The Howard factor is over. Everyone knows it.
It's done.
Dope.
The guy's got all the listeners he's going to get. That's it. Everyone knows where he went. And whoever was going to sign up for him signed up. He likes to think people are signing up every month for him. No.
Well, this was said on good old Howie show yesterday, by the way. Well, we're jumping all over this first break. It's okay. Listen to this.
Yeah, well, you know, Howard, it's been a long time, but once Sirius satellite radio beats XM in subscribers, can you throw a funeral for XM?
I would absolutely do that. I think that's a great idea.
And there she is again. She gets over $1 million a year, a couple $1 million a year to do that. That's all you have?
Funeral for XM?
I would absolutely do that. I think that's a great idea, Captain.
That is a good idea.
I will throw the biggest funeral on the planet. I mean,
really?
I'll get the friggin'...
Where can we go? Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I'll.
Where is XM? In Washington, their headquarters?
I'll go to Washington Square Garden.
I'm scared. All the people we can hang in effigy, Opie and Anthony, and
I'm scared of you.
Oprah.
Yeah, I think it would be so cool.
I'm scared of you, sir, and I'm protecting myself.
I like that. Opie and Anthony and all of them.
And
Fire.
Oh, we're real scared of a funeral.
Big funeral.
What year is this? 1988? You douche.
That might have been a little intimidating if, you were a huge radio star still.
Wow, we'd be shaking in our boots if this was 1988. Maybe we could go into a time machine so we can experience one of these funerals.
Funeral.
Dope.
Well,
so Boston gave us amazing ratings. Mantown, whatever. They're done. And then we move on to Chicago. I was reading some articles in the Chicago papers that idiot, what's his name again?
Fetter.
Feeder. We tried to get him on the phone yesterday. He writes for the Sun-Times. He did our little Chicago ratings synopsis, what have you. And he just beat us up like, see, we're not doing anything in Chicago, just like Rover wasn't doing anything in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he knows that it's way too early to get anything going on in Chicago. We've only been on there, a month and a half?
Yeah.
And as far as the ratings go, it's not really, we're not really part of the, this ratings that just came out.
Next one, you can blame us.
Yeah, and he had this whole article in the Sun-Times just beating us up. We were pretty much the main headline in this thing, or the main paragraph. And he knows it, so we try to get him on the phone to confront him and go, look, dude, we haven't been on long enough in Chicago. Whether we succeed or fail in Chicago is
still up in the air.
Still up in the air. We have no idea.
We might tank horribly.
But, he can't wait to write that we're failures.
Yeah.
And he's already started writing that we're failures, and it's too early.
Yeah, at least wait. It's
just too early. But the pussy just hides behind his column, and we couldn't get him on the air yesterday.
Nope, got his home number and everything.
And then I read another article from another Chicago paper, and these guys, they don't like our show, but they pretty much said it's too early to tell, and they said, obviously, these guys can put on a really, really good radio show, and they may find their audience in Chicago, but we personally don't like them.
That's what we like. So at least, a nice, honest
Yeah, he was fair
article
about it by saying, look, this guy said, I know they can do radio. I know they can put on a good show, but it's not my cup of tea, or whatever he said.
Yeah.
But it's too early to tell if they're going to succeed or fail in Chicago. See, that's all we're looking for. We don't want everyone kissing our ass, but we do want people to be honest. When they're writing these responsible articles in these big-time newspapers like the Chicago Sun-Times.
Do you want to leave him messages at home, the guy?
Yeah, I think a couple of messages were left at his home.
Fetter, feeder, whatever. So, if he's listening today.
What's Nosferatu? Did you just drain E-Rock of all his blood? Nosferatu? A quick bite?
A quick bite.
He just breakfast? What a ghoul.
That was creepy.
So we should try to get him on the show today.
Yeah.
We're here. Give us a call. We'll discuss the ratings in Chicago. Okay? All right, we're just getting started. So New York, really good. Philly,
book to book, took a hit, but the last month was really good.
Really
Showed
good.
us going up.
So that was promising.
Yeah.
Boston, just ridiculous. Thank you, Boston.
Through the roof.
And Chicago, too early to tell. Simple as that.
There you go.
More ratings coming out today. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday on the Opie and Anthony Show. Make sure you get your sticker or your sign on your car so the girls could flash you. It's the O&A virus spreading across America.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
It's not nude, it's just girls flashing guys that have WOW on their vehicle somewhere. That's the WOW campaign.
Wow.
For details on how to get your very own WOW sticker, go to opieandanthony.com.
Look at that WOW, it's still happening.
Oh, it's the WOW.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Back with the Opie and Anthony Show, the O&A virus spreading across America. Just so we get this right, once again I want to say good morning to Chicago. This is from the Chicago Sun-Times by Robert Feeder. Headline, Free FM still in throes of ratings free fall. Everything that's wrong with CBS Radio can be summed up in 4 letters. WCKG. Arbitron ratings released Monday for the summer quarter delivered another catastrophic blow to the Free FM talk station.
Eek.
And this is where we got a problem, and we would like Robert Feeder to give us a call today. We tried calling you, but you hid. The syndicated duo of Greg Opie Hughes and Anthony Cumia proved no more popular in mornings than the dog they replaced, Shane Rover French.
Oh, my goodness.
And then in parentheses, the solution, of course, is still man-cow. Let's talk. Let's talk, Robert. I've been doing radio a really long time, and I know you know that it's way too early.
I know that you know.
It's way too early.
Yes.
We will find an audience in Chicago, Robert. He obviously likes Mancow. He's got an agenda. I hate these columnists. They got agendas.
Facts.
And they write as if it's a fact.
Just write the facts. You jackass.
Be honest. Say you hate the show and all that, blah, 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 but it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, you think Mancow is the solution. That would be fine. But to actually say that we're doing nothing in Chicago when you know it's too early is it's just not fair.
He's
not
buddy with him.
Our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE. What happened with Jerry Springer last night? Anyone know?
I think we got some audio.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the audio to come in, but I heard the judges gave him just a horrendous score last night.
Really
low score.
And the only thing I know about this show is that 50% of the vote to stay or go depends on the judges.
You think they tried to just get him off now? They're just trying to give him low scores to really get him booted?
Because he's horrible.
Well, he shouldn't be in the competition. We've been able to keep him going for the last couple of weeks.
So we're hoping our listeners voting keeps him in again.
It's going to be tough this week.
Yeah.
The ONA Pass, they got their job cut out for them this time around. Go to abc.com and vote for Jerry.
Yeah, vote for Jerry.
We told Jerry about 2-3 weeks ago that we're going to help him and try to make him win the whole thing. And he begged us. He goes, guys, don't do this. And this was about 3 weeks ago. He wanted to be off the show.
He also said if he won, he was going to give us credit.
Right. He said he had his fun, but he needs to go home. And we're like, no way. You're staying in there, and you're dancing.
Dance for the man.
Dance, fat boy.
Dance for us.
So the listeners are kind of controlling the show, but I think this is the week that we have a lot of problems with this.
It's going to be tough. It's going to take a lot of votes to offset the judges.
We did pretty good, though. So go to abc.com and vote for Jerry, okay? I also want to give a shout-out today to the NYPD. We haven't acknowledged the NYPD in a while.
What happened?
I just think
Did you get out of a ticket or something?
No. I just think these guys, they work their asses off. And I think at times they got to do stuff they just don't want to do to protect this fine city of ours.
Like?
Well, I was laughing really hard. I read this to you in the back office.
Okay, this story.
Page 3 in the New York Post is quite humorous.
Yeah.
Not too humorous for the two guys that have to do this.
Who knew this was going on in the police department? Who gets this detail? Where do you screw up that they put you on this detail?
Remember our own Keith the cop?
Yes.
The famous story where he had to dress up like a tranny or something like that?
Tranny.
Like a gay hustler.
A gay hustler, that's right. He had to dress up like a gay hustler to get the gay guys.
Yeah.
Kind of similar in the paper today. The headline, Snuggling Gay Cops Nab Basher.
Snuggling.
And this is why I say hi to the NYPD this morning. What's up, boys and girls?
That's a tough assignment to make look real.
You just need to read this word for word. A Brooklyn man chose the wrong targets to gay bash when he picked on two undercover cops pretending to be snuggling paramours in Union Square Park, authorities said yesterday. Tyrone George, guilty, 20, was arrested on hate crime charges at around 1:15 p.m.
Yeah.
So the officers, they're in the park in the middle of the afternoon. Snuggling and making believe they're a gay couple.
How far do they have to go?
That's what I want to find out.
We don't have to kiss.
That's what.
Yes, we do.
Dude, what are you doing, man?
Look, we got to make it look good. We're going to have to kiss.
I don't want to kiss.
Kiss me. Come on.
I don't want to.
Come on.
All right.
It's part of the job. You want to make detective someday? Kiss me.
We don't have to enjoy it. We just have to do it.
So they're there. They got their arms around each other in Union Square Park. This guy, Tyrone George, comes up to him Monday after he threatened and spat at the officers.
Patrolman Steve.
Tyrone George, 20, was arrested on hate crime charges around 1:15 p.m. Monday after he threatened and spat at the officers who were in the park on the lookout for gang activity, police said.
So they're just looking for gangs.
They're undercover as a gay couple.
And they're
checking out the gang activity. The cops, a sergeant and a police officer assigned to the blah, 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 blah.
Sergeant's definitely a top.
No, I'll bet you the sergeant's about him.
You think?
He's so powerful at the precinct.
Oh, that he wants to be
He wants the young patrolman to straighten him out. He wants the young, fresh-faced boy out of the academy to give him a good straightening out.
Oh.
Yeah, they're assigned to the blah, blah, blah task force. Were perched on a bench like lovebirds.
Lovebirds.
With the sergeant's arm wrapped around his subordinate's shoulder, authorities said.
So they're sitting on a little park bench with their arm around each other?
Sweaty cop arm around your shoulder. All hot.
You think they're whispering to each other like, this stinks.
Your gun's tickling my ribs.
Will you shut up?
Tee-hee.
Shut up.
Is that mace in your pocket or you just happen to see it?
All right, here we go. George approached them, screamed that he hated homos.
Is that quoted?
Yeah. I'm just reading this word for word. George approached them, screamed that he hated homos.
Wow.
Told them to get out of his park, called them faggots, and gave the sergeant the middle finger, according to a criminal court complaint. Even with all that,
yeah,
you know, the snuggling cops undercover as a gay couple, they gave him a pass because they were there to check out gang activities.
Oh, they're looking for gangs.
So they're pretty much like, just get lost, man. Leave us alone.
Not this skell.
Right. Well, minutes later, George circled back.
Couldn't leave it alone.
And continued with his anti-gay rant, threatened to assault them, and spat on the sergeant's foot.
Oh, no.
So he continued, and then he spit on him. You got to think that didn't make the cops too happy.
I wonder what he did when they jumped up and flashed badges. He was like, oh.
Oh, did I screw up?
Oh, well, wait. It gets good.
It's good already.
Yeah. It's already sexy. It's got everything.
It's got everything you want in a story. It's got pizzazz. It's got hotness.
Right.
It's got some laughs.
So after they got spit on, they're like, all right, enough. You could only imagine the tune-up this guy got. With that, the cops arrested George, who struggled and said he didn't want faggots touching him.
Any of you homos touch me, and I kill you. Lighten up, Francis.
The officers were in the park as part of an initiative to curb park violence from gangs and students from nearby Washington Irving High School. So there you go. There you go. That's just a great story on so many levels.
He was struggling when they were arresting him, and he was still, like he didn't realize that they were just undercover.
Yeah, undercover as a gay couple.
The two gay guys were arresting him.
Yeah,
were kidnapping him.
Yeah, well,
he said he didn't want faggots touching him.
Jesus. Officer Robert Reed and Rock Hudson.
Gotta love the NYPD. There's one for the boys.
Wow,
tonight.
That's a tough one. That's got to be one of those drawing straws at the precinct to get that detail.
We know the NYPD pretty well. You got to think, there's a lot of laughing going on. Like, look what you got to do today.
And they must have a fun name for that detail. Like, it's not just, some technical cop name that they use in the paper or anything for some kind of sting operation.
When they get back to the police station, it's all about, how was the park, faggots?
Yeah. You want, what do you, fag detail?
Right.
What do you got, fag tonight? What are you doing?
Yeah. Hey, you got a little on your chin.
Little notes on the lockers they have to look at and tear down.
But then the real brass has to get on the news and make it official.
We're very proud of our officers. Operation Pillow Biter is going well. We've nabbed quite a few perps.
Operation Pillow Biter.
I love that story. It's going to make me laugh all day.
Yeah, that's a good one. Poor bastards.
Because you just know these guys, and they're like, what did we do?
What
did we do wrong?
I want to chase a bank robber.
Yeah.
I want to chase a skell who just knocked some woman over the head with a block and stole her purse or something.
Right.
But no, here I am with the Sarge's arm around me. Eesh.
All right.
Canoodling on a bench.
Maybe the Sarge is maybe gay and they all know it, but he keeps pushing for things to put him in this detail. So nobody wants to team up with him. Hey, why don't we do two gay guys and we'll catch shoplifters? But we don't need to do that.
Going after gangs. How about we do the gay guy thing?
The gay guy thing again?
He always suggests that.
Sarge, we're on traffic duty. We're just directing traffic because there's a parade. Yeah, but, they might pay more attention to two gay guys directing traffic. Arms around each other, waving traffic on. You pay more attention.
Making Millen and partner.
All right, Sarge.
All right, moving backwards a little bit. Daryl in Texas, what's up?
Hey, I want to know if anybody else had any problems voting on the phone last night, because last week I could vote 10 times for Jerry.
Yeah.
Last night I could only vote 3.
Not going to lie to you guys. I think we're in deep trouble. I think it's over, Johnny. But we're going to continue trying. The pests they're all over it. They're voting for Jerry Springer.
Can't vote as much?
You're thinking they're restricting the number of votes?
Well, that's the only thing I can figure, because I can only vote. I tried every phone in the house and then both car phones.
Right.
I can only vote 3 times each on each phone.
Right. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
I don't know. Last week it was 10, so I think they're giving us a little trouble.
Well, we got the audio from last night. Let's take a listen to this. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
some good audio.
Yeah, and it's rolling and everything.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Someone messed
E-Rock.
up. You can't blame E-Rock.
I blame E-Rock for everything. I blame E-Rock for everything.
He was just sitting over there with his accountant's body doing nothing.
The audio's not working there, Danny.
Oh.
And we had a perfect segue and everything.
We were all ready to go.
We segued right into this nicely. You want me to try it over there? All right,
Give it a
let's try
shot.
it over there.
Fan. No?
Yeah, well, it's not working.
Hey, Fan, why don't you and Danny go in the other room and do a gang detail?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have
Why don't you burn some CDs as gay guys?
Run, Forrest, run, because now we got to, fill.
What are you looking for, Danny? A track listing? You made it.
Bill in Maine, what's up?
I want Danny fired. I want that hat given back.
What's up, Bill?
I don't know what you guys get for ratings in Maine, if you get any yet, but you guys kick ass. I love it. Equal opportunity insulters.
Thank you,
guys
Maine.
Don't say anything. You're great.
Yeah, we try to beat up everybody.
Great state of Maine.
Someone is saying you can only vote 8 times now. Well, that would still get the job done, wouldn't it?
It might, but maybe they did that so you couldn't flood the phone lines.
All right.
Maybe they figured 8 is the number that can't be offset.
Yeah.
They look at the past records, see how many people voted, see how it offset the judges, and realize if we cut it down to 8, then it's going to be more judges than callers making the decision. Might be screwed.
All right, Jerry, what's up?
Jerry, it's my pride and joy.
Jerry, Brooklyn.
You keep that.
Hello, lady. What's up, man?
Let's go.
How's it going, man?
Good. We're filling here because we're trying to play the Jerry Springer audio. What do you got?
Well, I think this show sucks. I would have voted to get this show off the air, that's for sure.
Would you really?
What show? Our show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Why are you listening, if you don't mind me asking?
Jerry.
Your vote is tallied,
You know
sir.
how stupid you sound right now?
I'm listening to you guys sing, that's why.
Really? Well, keep
Sink?
listening. Just
Jerry,
be a good boy, keep listening.
Jerry, did you read the Daily News yesterday? We're
understand?
far from sinking.
We're not going.
They gotta run your previews all the time.
Jerry, do you understand we're doing so well in the ratings that we're not going anywhere? We're not leaving. We're doing. We're winning. We're doing so good. We're gonna be here. And you know something? We've noticed, and we've noticed this over our whole career. The more people that call bitching means we're getting out there more. More people are listening. Jerry,
be a good boy,
like you.
Keep listening.
Yeah, be a good little
good boy, good little fanboy.
Keep listening. Get angry, but keep listening.
Hey, Jerry, here's a tip for the future. You should call us when the ratings come out and we take a dip in the ratings, and then maybe you'll get to us a little bit. But the fact is, the ratings went through the roof on Monday.
Ratings were huge, Jerry.
Just keep listening, man. Be a good little boy.
And Jerry, if you don't like us, just tune in something else.
Yeah, why aren't you listening to your favorite show then?
I tell you, I go back and forth from this show to Image.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. That means you like what we're doing.
There you go.
There's a reason you're listening to us.
I really listen to the beginning because I like to hear you guys going. You guys are going to go down. So.
Yeah, okay, Jerry.
Yeah, we're going down so fast. Yeah. How do you explain that we're going down, Jerry, when the ratings are going up? How do you explain us going down?
I don't understand how that is.
Yeah, how do you?
I don't know what numbers you're looking at.
You know, not the Jerry numbers. We're looking at the numbers that rate radio, Jerry. So how do you say we're going down when we're going up?
Better than David Lee Roth. I can't get to be.
Well, we are. We have more listeners. We're getting more every month. So how do you explain that we're going down, Jerry? Aside from the fact that you don't like us, are you the boss of everybody?
Jerry, let's Jerry. First of all, we just don't read the newspaper. We discuss what's in the paper.
With hilarious results.
And we make things up, too.
And then we throw our own little spin on things. Jerry, what ratings are you referring to? Jerry, what ratings are you referring to today?
What?
What ratings are you referring to today? Let's have some fun here. These are the ratings I refer to, and then I'll give you a chance to refer to the ratings you want to refer to, okay? I got this. Men 18 to 34. We are ranked number 3 overall. Men 18 to 49, ranked number 2 overall. Number 1 English-speaking radio stations. Men 25 to 49, ranked number 2 overall. Number 1 English-speaking radio. Men 25-44, ranked number 2 overall. Number 1 English-speaking radio. Men 25-54, ranked number 3 overall. Number 2 English-speaking radio.
All right, Jerry. We'd like to hear the Jerry ratings.
The ratings where you said that we're going down. Go ahead, Jerry. The floor is yours.
There's just I can't see how much longer people can be amused by this show. That's all I'm saying.
They've been amused by this show for 12 years, Jerry. Do you understand that? For 12 years.
I remember back when you were talking yesterday about Ron and Fez.
You listened yesterday and today?
You listened to...
You listen yesterday and today? And
you listen every day.
You're a dope, Jerry.
You're proving our point.
He listened yesterday and
today. Oh, God, I love the Jerrys of the world.
Ass. Just listen, fanboy. Just keep listening.
He is right now. He has us tuned in. He's now hearing the delay, so he hears himself. He's excited.
I honestly, God, I don't
get it.
Listen to things I don't like. I don't get it at all, man.
There are so many shows I can't stand, and I don't know one thing they do.
No.
I couldn't tell you the first thing Howard's doing on his new show. I couldn't tell you. No, because I have no desire. No desire. There's a million shows out there.
The only show I really want to hear is Scott and Todd.
When I bought my my new car to Ford, so it came with Sirius in it, standard 6-month for free. So when I'm driving that, I have AM, FM, or Sirius. So I'll throw on Sirius like 70s or 80s or something like that because I'll check it out. I swear, on the life of my entire family, I have not once tuned in Howard's stations on Sirius and listened to it.
You would think you would.
Bothered.
You would think you would if you had it right there to see what he's been up to.
It's right there.
I'll play the other part here.
It's right there.
You would think you would. Just to see out of curiosity.
Swear on the entire family's life, have not even pushed the button to see what is going on over there. I could care less. Why would I listen to a show that I don't like, don't care about? I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't comment on it. It just doesn't exist to me. And apparently to a lot of other people, it doesn't exist.
But he's going to throw a funeral when he passes XM.
But this guy, Jerry, he knew what was happening yesterday. He knows what's today. He's calling in. Dude, even though you don't like us, you're a fan of the show.
You're hooked, stupid.
You're hooked. You're hooked on hating us, which is just as good.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't care.
That helps us, too.
Hate us, love us, just listen.
Because you're the dope that will listen every day, and then you'll tell everybody around you how awful we are. And those people, as you're telling them, go, wow, that sounds kind of interesting.
All right, let me listen.
I'm going to have to check them out. You're actually turning people onto the show, and you have no idea. Because you think everyone lives in your stupid world.
Yeah.
I flip between you and Why? I don't...
What? I flip between things that annoy me. That's it.
Jerry is a boob.
All right, it's the ONA virus spreading across America. We got the Jerry Springer thing. It's whatever. You don't have to stick around for that. Who gives a crap? News reports, though, on the Internet from 1993. This is very interesting.
What is that?
We want to talk about online and sex addiction again today.
From 93?
93, we found a little audio from when the Internet was first, bursting onto the scene.
When you used to have to wait and you'd see the picture scroll down slowly like a window shade.
Right.
You'd see the top of her head and then her face and then the neck and the shoulders. And
then it goes.
All right, here it goes. Yeah. Then it would get down to the bottom and, oh, my goodness, it's a man.
Yeah, you're like, oh, no.
What happened?
Just what I thought it was going good.
I was almost finished.
All right. And during this newscast, they explained the sound of a modem.
Wow, really?
Yeah, this can be pretty cool. We'll do that after the break. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Hey, what's up? It's Louis Twitchell's Centenny.
Shut up!
Tourette's Day is coming to the Opie and Anthony Show, which is to say that we've discovered a new excuse to point and laugh at people who are different. To help us understand a little bit more about Tourette's, we've enlisted the help of hearing-impaired Chicago reporter Karen Meyer.
Tourette's syndrome is a neurological disorder that is characterized by involuntarily stick and repeated vocalization.
Exactly. So if you have Tourette's or if you know somebody with Tourette's, muster up some courage and an ounce of self-control and get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show.
Contact Steve at FoundryMusic.com. That's Steve at FoundryMusic.com. And remember, be yourself, one tick at a time. Tourette's Day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus, the O&A virus, spreading across America. A big hi to all the ladies out there doing the wowing for us. It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. For the new listeners, you'll catch on eventually. It's a great, great thing that is associated with our radio program. Let's say hi to Philly. Chris, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, I just got wowed at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Thank you. Yes, for real. On my way to work.
Wait, this thing works?
What's that?
Yeah, what happened?
It actually works?
It happened work.
Wait, you had a wow on your vehicle?
No, not on my way to work, not at work.
But you had a wow on your vehicle and a girl actually flashed you?
Absolutely.
Are you kidding?
My friend on the way to work got wowed. Yes, I'm not kidding.
Been pulling this sham for how long? And it actually...
someone finally got...
panned out for someone?
Someone finally got wowed out there?
That's Philly for you.
No, Philly is just amazing.
Finally. Jimmy, you freaking rock. Hilarious as hell. Just want to tell you that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your continued laughs. Especially yesterday when you called the guy who called the Miami Brawl the OB, and you called him an SN.
Thank
oh,
you,
my
sir.
God.
Yes, fun with initials.
Good stuff. And last night was the first night I was able to vote for, finally, for Dancing with the Stars. I got through 6 times for Jerry.
Good boy.
You might pull it off.
Nah, I think
it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be real tough, but we'll see. Because I guess
he's so bad. I love it that we're doing this. So
I guess they gave him a talking to last night. He was so bad.
He's sitting there with that Matador outfit trying to dance.
Yeah,
was he in a Matador outfit?
That's what I'm hearing.
Oh,
that's what I'm hearing.
They should have released a bull onto the stage to just gore him.
It was awful, but you guys rock, so thank you for the continued laughs, man.
Well, when he finally gets voted off, we're going to have him back on the program, because I am convinced at this point that the past got the job done and made him stay on that show 2 to 3 weeks longer than he wanted to.
Oh, yeah. The only reason he's still there.
He begged us 3 weeks ago. He goes, don't have your pests vote for me because I really want to end this. It was fun, but I got to move on. Yeah. My niece can't handle this. And I guess last night it was just a train wreck.
He just wanted, as a goof, to be on the show.
But before we give up, I still say vote for Jerry. Go to abc.com, O&A Pest, and help us out. We need a big push today. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Here's the audio from last night. This is after Jerry danced. I mean, the judge...
they're all laughing at him.
They just can't even hold it in anymore.
They'll all laugh at you.
They're trying to keep a little class in this dumb TV show, which has massive ratings for some reason. I don't get it.
I can see your dirty pillars.
It's got to be a chick show, right?
I don't know. There's something freakish about watching like Emmett Smith or guys you've never seen dance before. There's something interesting.
I think that's why they do that, to bring the guy viewers in. They throw goofs in there.
Yeah, like sports guys and like maybe 2 cops from Union Square Park that you might want to see.
Why not?
Dancing with the sergeant.
Yeah, but we just read stuff from a paper, you ass. What a dope. So Jerry finished dancing, and then it was the judge's turn, and this is what they couldn't help themselves.
Carry on. We'll start with you.
For me, okay.
Oh yeah.
They're openly laughing at him.
Yeah, it was just horrendous. So, I mean, if he goes on, then we just. We know we're having a massive effect on this show.
Was he laughing along with it, though? Did anybody see it? Like, was he...
Oh, Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. He knows
Had
he's...
to be.
Are they being dicks to him or no? They're just giving him low scores.
No, he has no business being there.
He's not a good dancer?
For the last 2 weeks, people have been voted off, and they're booing like crazy because they know Jerry should be the one to go. That's what's great about this.
In his matador outfit.
And they're all confused because I watch the dumb, gossip shows like The Insider with Pat O'Brien, who's growing more hair at the age of 65. I don't know how you accomplish that.
Is he?
And everyone just ignores that he had all these sex tapes out there, all these
people forgot
these
about
phone
that.
messages. And they can't get enough of this dumb show. They talk about it every night on the gossip shows.
I'm at a loss for words. Okay, entertainer you are, but I found it a little too gimmicky this week, a little too far with the guitar and smashing it. But you're just adorable.
Len? Firstly, everyone here should congratulate Kim because she does such a great job. Great face, you cry, it's as though you're dancing with Joey or Mario, you give it full on. Now, you did a pass a doble, and I don't think I can pass a comment. I don't think the world's ready for your pass a doble at the moment.
Dance talk.
And always entertaining.
Bruno? Well, it's been a perverse pleasure watching you every week, butchering every dance.
See?
Tonight, it was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The puzzle double we never recover. Ever. Okay.
I guess was it some kind of Spanish dance in a matador outfit?
Like, do we need a British judge now on every?
Yeah, every show has
You really don't seem to be. Oh, he's going to say something crazy.
There'll always be.
Here it comes, hon. Get in here with the treats. It's going to say something.
His job is to say something crazy every week.
Some outrageous
Here it comes.
and obnoxious.
Well, vote for Jerry. I don't know, though.
Give it a try, but that sounded pretty grim.
Yeah, it's pretty grim finally, but...
Oh, wait, it's not decided that... Okay, I don't know how this show works. This show is...
It's 50-50. The judges obviously are going to vote him off. I guess if the viewer vote is way high, then maybe he survives a certain amount of votes.
No. What I'm saying is... how does the voting work? I thought that they voted that night. I guess I should have realized they wouldn't.
No, now we'll know tomorrow, I guess, or tonight.
Maybe tonight. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Tonight.
We
know nothing about this show, and we're just pushing the hell out of Jerry.
I know this could be benefiting kids with brain tumors, and we could care less.
We have no idea.
In the matador outfit.
Just get Jerry to win.
I'm all about The Biggest Loser this time around. So the greatest show on TV. Fatties losing weight, and then at the end of every show, they have to vote off one of their own because they're more slobby.
One of their own pigs.
They're more slobby than the rest of them, so they have to sit in a room and have a little discussion and decide who is the biggest loser.
I actually have a show idea, but it's similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's where you get a bunch of really fat women, like over 450, and you put them nude in pens full of mud, and people come by and the studio audience votes and gets to come on and throw things at them, and the show is called Hardy Har Har.
Like big things of cabbage and tomatoes, and watch them push it around with their noses and then eat it. I like this show.
It's kind of similar to.
We got to pitch this.
And they have to wear hooves. They have to wear wooden hooves strapped to their knuckles, which hurts.
So they can't use their hands to eat.
Yeah.
They must just run around in the mud, pushing food in the mud.
With their nose. Oh, there's nothing worse than throwing rotted cabbage or a soft mealy tomato at somebody.
Oh,
nothing says I dislike the show like that.
Watch them just eat it with all the zest.
By the way, Kim in Boston, you guys tell people to call in, but we won't because we're pussies. I've tried twice to call in already, and they tell me we've moved on from that.
Oh.
Anthony, you so listen to Howard, you can't even help yourself, so stop the BS. That's Kim in Boston.
Well, put her through if she calls.
Why would I even...
Hold on, so let me talk to this girl back there.
Admit to
if she calls
having Sirius in my car.
Yeah, when you...
Or swear on the lives of my family members.
Exactly.
That I have never... and you know how superstitious. I knock wood all the time and everything. I would never... It has not even crossed my mind. Because unlike people like Jerry and some of the other people that call up, I don't listen to shows that I don't like or care for or anything.
You made a vow.
I won't listen.
I swear on the souls of my grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
Getting back to that fat thing, Fatty Pig Fatty.
Fatty Pig Fatty.
We got this girl from Binghamton. We talked to her on the XM show yesterday, and she's 541 pounds. Now they're saying that she's coming down next week.
Got her on a barge down the old Hudson.
She had a great sense of humor. We promised her snacks.
Yeah.
And it looks like she's going to make the trip from Binghamton next week.
Big box of ring dings.
It's the greatest contest, and it's kind of stalled because we found Crystal in Cleveland. She weighed 430 pounds, so she's the current leader.
Oh, she's a big girl.
This girl from Binghamton, if she shows up, she's going to be the new leader in the Fatty Pig Fatty contest, which ends around Halloween.
I think it's a shoe-in.
Can we get her, yes, and then one over the door. Can we get her ring ding seat? What was better than the tinfoil coming off a ring ding from your lunch? The cool like pack had been against the thing, so the ring ding is cold. Then you eat it, and 25 years later, you're pinching your fat little prostitutes.
Well, Fatty Fatties you buy H57. Hoodia late for free at H57.com. They're putting up you know the deal by now, ladies. $10 a pound is what Hoodia is paying. H57.com is paying.
A lot of cash for your fat.
And also a $1,000 finder's fee for the person that brings in the heaviest girl listening to our show.
So look how hard we're trying.
Yeah, if your boyfriend or your husband brings you down, that's a lot of money for both of you to split.
Yeah. It's frustrating because the contest is stalled at 430 pounds, but we'll see what happens with this girl from Binghamton. And, we're not counting on the Binghamton girls, so ladies, if you're between 430 and 541, you still have a shot. Just beat 430 at this point. Come on in and show us what you got. We got the pig's mask, the pig mask, and we got the paper bag.
And the horse mask.
And the horse mask as well. Yeah, you can choose.
In case you don't want your face.
Yeah, you can choose the mask you can, to wear if you don't want your face on the internet.
I went out to dinner last night late. I eat late. Just after my sets. I'm doing 2 a night now because I'm doing Letterman, so I'm trying to get the sets down.
November 1st, right?
Yes. And
it's perfect.
I don't know who's I'm on with yet. They're trying to find out. I don't know. I'm very psyched. So I'm eating really late, and I was at a restaurant last night. We were done. I had some oysters, nice, lovely little. And the waiter, as he's giving us the check, knocks a full glass of water over my lap. And I mean, it was like crotch-soaking, ass-soaking. And he was apologetic, and of course my friend was howling.
Of course.
Nothing is better than that, unless it's hot. That's the only thing that can be better.
A hot beverage.
Is to see, scalding coffee dumped in your friend's groin.
Did you jump, or did you just sit there and accept it?
I leaned up. I looked like I was trying to hump the table because it was like my ass was wet. But there was nothing I
you wanted to get up off of the wet seat.
He's giving me napkins. He's apologizing profusely, but they didn't even give me a free dessert. He just said, "Here you go," and handed me the check.
They should have hooked you up.
And it's not a monetary issue. It was only a $10 dessert.
It's common practice.
But yeah, shouldn't you comp the dessert?
Yeah,
of course.
The food was good. The place is the Blue Ribbon in Brooklyn. It was good food, so I'm not going to trash the place. It was very delicious. But don't you? You
would think.
Don't you give free berries to a boy?
You got to do something.
We'll take care of you.
Perhaps a creme brulee to bring home.
Right.
A malted. Would it be really bad right if I was just outraged about that? Water.
Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris.
Hello?
Hey, Chris, what's up?
Chris.
Hey, not much. I wanted to call off on that porn addiction thing.
Yeah, porn addiction,
we started that yesterday.
Yeah, I actually I tried to call yesterday, but Brian Cox came in and I had to go into work. So, I wanted to challenge that woman, that stupid woman that called in yesterday.
So what, a fist fight?
No, not a fist fight.
Oh.
I just wanted to prove her wrong because I am the typical person that does this, mainly because of my stupid wife.
Wait, just in case people weren't listening yesterday, you want to prove this woman wrong. What did she say?
Oh, she was saying that, anybody who does it, I kind of forgot exactly what she said, but he's like, she was, pro-woman, that the woman didn't have to do this, blah, blah, blah. And the whole thing is, I've been married for 4 years. I got 2 kids, okay? I kind of did it when I was a little bit younger because I was bored and I had nothing else to do.
How old are your kids?
My kids, my daughter's 3, and I have a 16-month-old son.
You didn't just get arrested in Orange County for videotaping, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay.
All right.
So, the whole thing is, I go on the internet. First off, I believe it's a lot better than actually going out and cheating on her. But that's besides the point. But the whole thing is, when my wife does not sleep with me because, I don't shave my unibrow, or, you know what, I got 2 nose hairs sticking out because I didn't cut them. Meanwhile, ever since I first met her, she gained 75 pounds.
Oh, boy.
Yuck.
So she gained 75 pounds, and she's using the excuse that you have a unibrow or you have a couple nose hairs sticking out, and that's the reason she doesn't want to have sex with you?
So, stuff like that. Oh, she wants people, she wants me to present myself well. She it's more of a physical attraction. I turn around, I tell her, I go, it's not about physical attraction. If we're married, if we love each other, it's supposed to be an emotional thing.
Wait a minute. Hold on, bro. Did you say that? The guy is saying that?
Yeah, you're saying that?
Dude, I got to disagree.
Yeah,
it is about physical attraction.
I said that.
Yeah.
I said that just to shove it in her face.
Oh, okay.
There's physical attraction that continues, man.
Right.
Shoved it in her face.
I think both parties have a responsibility to keep themselves together.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand that.
I think if you get married, I don't think it's fair to the guy if the woman decides to gain 75 pounds.
Dude, when I date...
But also the woman wants, you to present yourself. They don't want to see the fact that you're gaining weight and doing whatever.
Nose hairs and ear hairs.
But on my end, I told her, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of person I am. I'm kind of into...
All right, all right, hold on. So she doesn't... You don't care, but was there a time you did care?
No, because I've always...
So she knew what she was getting in the beginning.
I'm not the typical guy where, you know what, I slept with people that were over 400 pounds, and I've also slept with people that were 85, 90 pounds.
Well, you really can't pick them.
What a guy.
What do you just stand by the funeral parlor and see who's ready to go in? Jesus Christ.
No.
How about somebody with healthy eating habits?
Big fatties and anorexics.
I mean, first off, I'm a boob lover, and she got, nice ones and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you don't want them on the shoulders.
Like that. That's the one thing that I look for the most.
All right, let's get to the heart of the issue. So before the kids and before she gained 75 pounds, you had a good sex life with her?
It was plain.
It was plain. So why'd you get married?
Well, you know what? It was
another
good.
dopey guy that thought it was going to get better after marriage.
Yeah.
You dopes.
It was good. Yeah, I know.
Well, dude, was she pregnant? Was she pregnant?
Binding contract really makes sex better.
Yeah, I brought down, and it's actually to the point where I'm actually trying to tell her, you know what, screw this. I've been dropping the C-bomb like crazy. I've been, just
trying everything
under her skin, and she won't budge. But, one of the things is, okay, 2 nose hairs are out of place, or, you should trim your eyebrows a little bit. Go get them waxed. Go do this, and stuff like that. I'm not used to that because I'm not a metrosexual, queer eye for a straight guy.
All right, so you're not getting the type of sex you want from your wife, so now you're all over the internet with the porn addiction?
Well, it's like I've been doing it my entire life. I mean, I go and look for, the big breasts and, lingerie and stuff. I tell her to wear certain lingerie. Her version of slutty lingerie is a negligee.
Well, what is lingerie for a big girl like that? I mean, just drapes?
A negligee.
I hate negligees.
Negligee.
You know what's never sexy? Is like the negligees that have the fur on the top. Those are horrid.
What about a nice house coat?
A house coat
just comes out of the bathroom, leans on the door. What do you think, honey?
Your negligees are out, bro.
Dude, hold on, dude. We'll get to you.
The negligees aren't happening anymore.
Yeah, you got to get her something sexy. Like, what's really sexy for your wife? Get her, like, a thong that's kind of transparent. Like, kind of like a mesh material that's transparent. That's really sexy.
On a girl of her size?
But see, that's the problem.
I know. Yeah. Get yourself a thong and put it over your eyes.
Just get the hammock from the backyard and use that as a thong.
Get the hammock.
The negligees went out with Love American Style.
Yeah.
It's like
that's the problem.
It's an old show.
We went away in March for a couple days, and we were just like rabbits for 4 days.
Right.
And that was in the very beginning of March. I would say the first weekend of March.
Leaving little pellets in the bowl?
Exactly. She hopped to and from the kitchen.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
We've had sex twice since March.
Yeah, you got problems. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? And
I'm just a radio show
what is this? Sex advice?
Yeah, we don't know what the F's wrong with you.
What I would suggest is joining... All right.
Whatever. You just explain it.
Can't figure out why she doesn't want to sleep with you.
You talk over everybody, guy.
Maybe she tries to tell you what she wants, and you just yap over her. Maybe
even the guys are saying that Chris doesn't sound desirable either,
No.
It works both ways is what we're getting at. It's so easy to make fun of the women for gaining weight and all that. and not losing the baby weight. But, we have a responsibility as guys to keep ourselves together, too.
Maybe if you give your wife a chance to talk, she wouldn't be filling her mouth with food.
Right.
Sir, here's my suggestion. This is what I do to stay physically fit and trim. I stretch my arms out, like each one, almost like in a crucifixion pose, and I spin them in a circle 5 times one way, 5 times the other way. Do that once in the morning, once at night.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Little arms.
All right, Chris, good luck to you.
Physically fit.
Good gym workout.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh,
sir, that just sounds silly.
All right, Kelly in Michigan, what's up? Kelly actually agrees with Chris.
Absolutely. You need to lose the baby fat. You need to stay in shape. I mean, you would if you were out dating. So, sometimes when your husband comes home, you need to be standing there in some black stilettos and with nothing on. And sometimes, you just need to fill different fantasies. It makes the sex better for both people.
Like, how about this? Sometimes when your husband comes home, have like a really hot chick there waiting for him while you're elsewhere.
There you go. Absolutely.
That could get him going.
You want to like get the spark back in your marriage. Just have a really hot chick just kind of hanging out outside your house on the sidewalk,
and then watch him,
and just kind of peek out the window every once in a while, and just kind of make hints like.
Yeah, as long as it works both ways.
No, miss, here's what you do. Here's how you fulfill your husband's fantasy. You do the hot chick thing, and you take it one step further. When him and the hot chick go up to the bedroom, there's a casket with you in it, and it's open, and he knows that you're there.
Oh, what a twisted scene.
Yeah. Imagine that was your husband's fantasy. I just need you to be dead in a coffin.
Yeah.
Well, I have sex with a girl who kind of looks like your sister. It doesn't mean anything. It's random.
There you go.
Just made it up.
I don't get it, man. We've been doing this show a long time, and there are so many people just miserable in their marriages. Just miserable. And then you get into it a little bit, and you see that both sides have taken it for granted.
Yep.
Like, I'm married now, so, we don't have to have crazy sex, and I don't have to take care of myself. I don't have to cut my hair. I don't have to lose weight.
No.
I'll just pop out babies because we're married, and I don't need to lose the baby fat anymore.
By the way, if guys...
No.
If guys want to turn you women off, here's what you do. This is what I do. It works like a charm. Never flush. Never flush.
Just leave big.
Every time.
Nasty.
Never flush. And if you ever have paper products, don't throw them in the toilet. Throw them in the waste paper basket next to it.
Oh, that's lovely.
So the view is not
obstructed. The key thing is that he needs to work out of town, like drive truck.
Right.
And then when he comes home every couple of weeks, it's like a whole new adventure all over again.
Ooh, hubba.
All right. Well, thank you, Kelly.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye, Kel.
All starts with that nice wedding song, and then it ends with just like, trim your nose hair. You got a unibrow.
Your ear hair.
You got a bunch, bitch.
Yeah, you've gained 75 pounds.
You have to be open with each other. If someone puts a little weight on, right? Maybe you want to stop eating or I'll have you killed.
Hey, Scott from Chicago. See, we're on an hour delay, which sucks.
Yeah.
They're just catching up now. Oh, my God. Feeder, whatever. He's Mancow's bitch. He was at his wedding.
Oh, really?
He was at his wedding.
All right, that says it all.
Well, there's an honest member of the media.
Mm-hmm.
Feeder.
Come on, Feder. Stick up for your boy Mancow. Give us a call.
Yeah, Fedir.
We left a million messages. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that hasn't been in the market for a while.
Yeah, stop hiding behind your column and let's discuss this.
Exactly.
You know damn well it's way too early to tell if we're going to make it in Chicago.
So why don't you stop being a queer?
Give him a call again.
I say we
keep calling him.
Just keep calling him.
Yeah.
Till he answers.
He's a member of the media. They're used to making phone calls till they get the scoop. We want to get the scoop.
Answers immediately.
All right, it's the ONA virus spreading across America. We'll get into this news story from 1993 talking about the Internet.
Nostalgia.
And Madonna wants to grab her a 3-year-old.
Yeah, Madonna's...
she wants another. She wants the whole collection.
Madonna's mommy dearest in training.
She's collecting little black kids like Hummels for her house.
What are they doing? Why
I'll tell you what Madonna's doing. I'll get on the button. Not even going to clean this up for regular radio.
Oh, boy.
What Madonna is doing, she's harvesting cock.
Oh, Jesus.
But the next one's
going to take quite a while.
She's harvesting.
Yeah, but if she's
a nice big one.
If she's harvesting,
she's harvesting for her later years.
Oof.
But why would she have? She should have adopted a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
a nice 15-year-old.
They'd have gotten like one of those marathon runners.
They're as smooth at 15 as they are at 3. I mean, that's just the rule over in Africa. You know, you can argue with me, but watch the videos. They carry things on their heads. They're lovely.
Yeah, we could get into the Madonna thing. She wants another Malawi baby.
Oh, God, with the Malawi. What is Malawi? I never heard of Malawi.
Oh, they're
That's
just
like an
adorable, though.
Remember when it was pets, like dogs?
Yeah.
You would get the little dog that you could fit in your purse. Now it's collecting these, like it's a certain breed.
Hollywood is
It's a
effed up.
Malawi. What is it?
It's a Malawi child.
Malawi, that's the one you got to get.
It's they're effed up in Hollywood. They start these weird trends. Now they all want to go to Africa and adopt.
Get a Malawi.
Madonna pretty much is bringing home a supermodel.
Yeah, how about
She's bringing home a little baby supermodel.
I have a Malawi Mujahideen survivor.
Oh, do you?
What's creepy is she went shopping. She actually decided which one was the one she wanted to bring home.
Why do they always bring home good-looking kids, these shallow... What ugly children don't starve? Why? I want to see one of these people adopt a retarded kid or a bucktooth awful one. Why are they always... They got to pick the beautiful kid for the photo op. They
cute
just
one.
make me sick.
Look at that one's got nice, even skin tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adopt a really, really dark, retarded kid. And bring it home. And stop letting your nanny lug it around.
Yeah.
You pick it up by the feet and drag it. You drag that embarrassment out.
Her nanny, is just lugging the little kid around.
Yeah. Here you go.
Father wants it back.
Oh, you think what's that?
The father wants it back, too.
Does he really?
Yeah. The father, apparently the mother died over there. The father put the kid in an orphanage, but would visit the kid and hoped someday to be able to support a child. And then Madonna comes over and says, hey, I like the looks of this one, plucks it out, and the father's going, which translates to, could I have my kid back?
He's just negotiating, because now he knows what he's got. He just wants more money.
A little more cash.
Or whatever, yeah.
Beads. You could really rake those people over the coals making deals. A kid, 2 beads.
There you go. Here's a PlayStation 2.
A mirror and a lighter.
Yeah, here's something shiny. Knock yourself out.
Run your tribe.
All right, we got a break. We'll continue after the break. It's the ONA virus spreading across America.
I can walk on my hands. I can fart and chew gum.
I play the oboe.
I can ride a unicycle. I wear a bra and lace panties.
So your talent is being queer, Travis?
It's the Opie and Anthony Walkover Talent Show. If you have a unique skill, talent, music group, or physical affliction, we want to exploit.
You can email Steve at FoundryMusic.com with your ideas, or you can just show up during the walk to XM and start shucking and jiving.
Shucking and jiving? Jesus, Danny.
I don't write this.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's go right to the phones. 1-866-313-FREE. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Mike in San Antonio, what's up?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, Anthony, I don't know if you noticed, but you referred to the little African baby on several occasions as it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Oh.
What's wrong with saying it?
Yeah.
I just thought, you weren't thinking of him or her as a human being.
No, I think of all children as it. It doesn't matter their color, or race, or creed, or color. I think children are stupid.
They're snot machines.
They do stupid little things. I heard a story yesterday. Somebody was online talking about it, and I thought it was hysterical. Somebody, a fan of the show, took their young child to Disney. Went to Disney, had a great time. Kids love Disney. And as they were leaving, the kid actually thought that was his new life, like that he lived there. So he had to drag this kid onto the plane and go back home. And the kid was like, no, where's the hotel? And all I could think of is, kids are stupid. Kids are just morons.
He thought it was going to be this new place with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
With no more hitting or secrets.
I just thought that was so funny. It's like, you dopey little kid, you think that's going to be your new life.
Oh, yes.
Like you live there.
You silly goose. Let's go to Julie in Boston. Julie.
How old are you? Oh.
Hello.
Listening to us on WBCN. We had great ratings in Boston.
Thank you, Boston.
We couldn't be happier. What's up, Julie?
I heard you guys babbling about being married earlier.
Yeah.
Babble.
Yeah, babble.
Yeah.
I agree. When you get married, it goes downhill. Don't do it.
But it shouldn't have to, is what I'm saying. I'm holding out hope.
It's that contract you got to sign.
What happens? You just assume, you got the contract and you don't have to try anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, you're absolutely wrong. I gave my husband everything, and he threw it away.
What do you mean?
Really?
What do you do?
What do I do? What did I do?
No,
What did he do?
You said he threw it away, so obviously what happened?
What happened?
Oh,
you didn't
see what happened.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what happened, but
We do, Julie. What
appreciate
happened?
it.
Calls the radio show and says, you don't want to know.
Yeah, ratings in Boston showed it. #1 with Waterheads. We got one on the phone right now.
Julie, what happened? We do want to know.
Yeah, what happened? You gave him everything even after the marriage. You don't feel like you changed, right?
No, I didn't.
All right, so what
I
happened?
got better.
So once again, we ask, what happened? Oh, brother.
She noticed she panicked,
Yep.
as she should. She should be filled with shame.
She's all red and hot right now. She's sweating.
Her hands are sweaty and clammy, which
Yeah.
is why he left you.
She hung up and she's staring at the phone like, what just happened?
It's a good topic because, the guys, it's easy for us to say, look, man, I married her. She had long, nice hair. She cut it as soon as we got married. She's had 3 kids. She gained 75 pounds and only lost 5 of those after the babies came.
Oh, disaster.
But the girls have the same freaking complaints.
By the way, I hate people with sweaty hands so much. You ever talk to someone whose hands are sweaty and they put it on a counter, and when they move their hand, the sweat print is still on the counter?
Yeah.
For a
Still
couple
there.
seconds?
Eesh. They want to shake hands with you.
They always they touch a lot.
Not enough Purell.
Or they pat your arm, and you can feel their sweat soaking through your shirt.
Hotness.
Stop being so nervous.
All right, we're going to try this again. Kerry in Vegas. Help us out, Kerry.
Oh, marriage stinks.
Oh, you're a guy, though, man. We were trying to get the female point of view for once.
Thanks, girl name.
I know, girl name. That's the only reason I went to you.
Now, go ahead, Florence. What's going on?
All right, go ahead. Tell us why it stinks.
Well,
how long you been married, Betty?
7 years there. Frunkus boy.
All right. Straighten me out.
Sexy name, too. Frunkus.
Anyway, no, I've been married 7 years. I'm about to get divorced, and everything was fine. You get married, all of a sudden they just, I don't feel like doing that, or I'm not in the mood. Who cares if you're in the mood?
Wow. This guy's a go-getter. No wonder he's getting divorced.
And the worst part is I'll never do it again because, you know what? Next time, if I want to leave, I'm not leaving half my crap there and then giving her money. Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh.
What happens? You want to do certain things that you used to do, and all of a sudden they're like, no, it makes the bedroom smell.
No, Jimmy, it's not your life.
I have to sleep on my stomach for a week. I have to stand at work. It makes the bedroom smell. I'd rather not.
I have to sit at work. I don't want to do. I don't care.
I have to sit at work.
Yeah, I don't care if it's painful for you. It's not about you all the time.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah, I wonder why I'm getting divorced.
Yeah, you sound like a hopeless romantic.
All right.
Hey, I got to say this again because
even when he leaves the Vegas casino, he's still playing craps.
Scott P. from Providence on the instant feedback. Someone has to help me out here. Opie, is that you on MySpace? I got messages from Opie calling me a bitch and threatening to punch my chiclet teeth out a few weeks ago. There's a guy with a fake Opie MySpace account that's just like beating up anyone that tries to contact him. It's not me. I don't have a MySpace account.
He just rags on people?
Yeah.
Is he a fan of the show, or is he being a dick?
No, he's just being an ass. It's obviously a fan of maybe Howard's or something. And,
you can report him.
And I cannot, I can't get this guy to stop. I do not have a MySpace account.
You can report him.
No, call Jordy at MySpace.
To MySpace.
No.
And they'll cancel his account.
Well, we have to get that done because I'm getting these emails from time to time that the guy's just becoming just a lunatic and an ass.
Wow.
With a fake Opie MySpace account.
Well, have the pests gotten on him at all?
I hope they have. I asked in the past.
You sure you're not just sleepwalking?
What, Rock?
I've contacted and spoke to this guy a few times, and he refuses to do anything about it.
Who is he?
We don't know.
What's he say?
I said, we'd like to either take over the account or have you stop using this account because Opie has said on the air he doesn't want this around anymore. And I just get back, well, I don't care what Opie thinks, or he's just like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm going to do.
Look, he has my picture and everything, like it's my freaking MySpace account. And anyone that contacts the guy, he's just beaten up.
It traces back to Tom Chiasano.
Well, I'll get Super Agent Bob Eatman on that, but I do not have a MySpace account, okay? Let's say hi to Julia in Boston. Julia.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey.
I just wanted to comment not on the marriage thing, but getting back to yesterday, the woman about the porn addiction.
Yeah.
Now, when addiction gets in the way of you being able to, work or do family-oriented stuff or your life, that's wrong. But I know so many girls, early 20s, mid-20s, even almost 30, that don't get enough with their men, and they have to turn to porn.
They dig the porno, yeah.
Themselves. And it's just, the men get it. I feel like it's just the minority of guys that take it to the extreme that make it all look bad, but the women are doing it too. So
yeah, girls are doing it.
You can't.
It's up there.
Can't say anything wrong about it.
So are you saying you're a porn addict, or you just like to, it's kind of a hobby? Where are you at?
I would say I would only classify it as a hobby, and all my friends would classify it as a hobby. I'm saying addiction is wrong. It's not good, any addiction, but I'm just saying, a lot of women are so quick to throw out porn addiction now. I know that it is in the homes of America, but, I mean, come on now.
What do you look at, girls or guys? Hello?
Both, I guess.
Oh,
not
both?
Girls by themselves. It's just regular sex. I mean, that's the other thing is guys, I think they go to look at, like, tits and ass. Oh, sorry for swearing, but girls just go to look at, just it in general. We're not looking, like, that girl has...
So, a guy working.
Yeah. A guy telling her she's pretty and he cares about her. It's just a guy in listening pose.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Commenting on her shoes.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is great stuff.
Do you have any fetishes?
Hello?
Julia,
Hello?
help us out.
Do you have any fetishes?
I'm sorry. No fetishes. Just your average girl.
Okay.
Yeah, another conversation going somewhere. This is great. Thank you, Julia.
Yeah, have a great day.
We learned that girls look at porn, too. This is terrific radio.
At least she's listening.
Crap. All right,
Boston.
news report on the Internet, speaking of porn. Back in 1993.
Yeah, I want to hear this. A little nostalgia.
The story started about the Internet.
A brand new thing called the Internet.
Yeah, from 1993. News reports on the Internet.
Well, there's a revolution going on in rec rooms, offices, and classrooms around the world. A revolution in which 15 million people are taking part. They're sharing scientific data, arguing philosophy, or passing on cooking tips and gossip night and day through a computer network called Internet. For about $200 a year, they log on to personal computers connected to phone lines and communicate across cultures and continents. Bill Cameron has this report on the growing phenomenon of Internet.
Of Internet. I gotta watch this.
Of Internet.
Internet. When I'm doing the Internet. Not the... It says, when I'm doing Internet.
They failed to mention the sex angle. That was what everyone was using the Internet for at first.
Yeah.
What did they say, 15 million people, and that was 13 years ago, whatever it was? I mean, it's got to be up to 17 million.
Maybe a few more than that.
Perhaps more than that, Jim.
Yeah, you know.
The people in Africa and China, Jim.
I read a great article years ago, and they talked about, like, new technology. And every time a new technology, is invented or whatever, it's used for sex primarily, always at first.
Porno.
Like the printing press?
Yeah.
When they finally figured out how to, to write things down.
Oh, they would switch those letters around, just make curse words, print them out, and laugh on their papyrus.
They said the number one thing they used a printing press for when it was invented was for, porn.
Porno.
Writing stories and the like. And the same thing was true with the Internet, but this guy's not going to mention, that it was being used for sex and looking at porn and stuff.
Maybe they didn't even know.
Yeah, maybe because you couldn't download video back then.
Now that Pal Talk is huge, obviously the number one reason people have Pal Talk is to check out some boobies and some porn and stuff, and people doing what they do in their homes,
getting the jack rooms,
and then eventually it'll be used for some more useful things down the road.
I remember my mom's big deal in our house years ago was to get the computer. She wanted the gateway. That was the big. And Mom was so sweet about it. She got the gateway and we prompted on. And I wanted to go around the computer, the Internet. I didn't get to connect online, so I was like, playing solitaire.
What'd you think? It's just like...
I didn't know. I thought it was in the computer.
Went over the air?
I don't know. I was an older gentleman. And I remember I started downloading porn, but I didn't know how to direct files, so I had no idea where they were
going.
Yeah. It would take 20 minutes, 30 minutes to download a 1-minute toilet cam clip.
And then you'd lose it on the hard drive somewhere.
Yeah,
that huge hard drive. Jesus.
C-prompt. Remember signing off with C-prompt?
C.
Oh, mother.
Yeah.
Newscaster explains the modem sound.
All right.
Yeah, someone is pointing out, even though this is only 13 years ago, it sounds like this is from like the 70s.
Yeah.
For years they've been saying these things would change the world, would mature from adding machines and typewriters to tools of the human spirit. The electronic screen means you're connected to anywhere, to anyone riding the same internet
For a
circuit
second.
from Turkey, Greenland, Peru, or Nova Scotia.
For a second till you get cut off.
Yeah.
At lightning speeds.
Yes. Add 2 + 2 on the computer and send the results to a friend.
Let's say hi to Kent, the movie guy. He listens to the show regularly.
Sorry,
What's up, Kent?
Sorry about the bending incident.
Hey there, Kent.
Hey, Opie, I can get your the fake MySpace page taken down today before the show's over.
Cool. What do I need to do?
Okay, have an intern make up a quick MySpace page.
Yeah.
Just real quick. You'll have an ID number.
Yeah.
All you need to do is have a picture of you holding a paper that has that ID number and get that intern to send it to MySpace. It'll take every other fake Opie down. Because that's proof that you're the real one.
I don't want a MySpace page, though.
Oh, we have one. It'll be
won't
fun.
allow anyone else to start one without you.
allow it. I'm actually attempting this late in my life to make real friends. I'm attempting it.
Well, we'll
see how it goes.
You can have a MySpace page for advertising.
All right, hold on the line. Thanks, Kent. Well, there's some other people that...
all your friends.
There's some other people that know people, and they're saying that it will be taken care of.
People are saying?
People are saying. All right, here's what the Internet means to me. News report from 1993.
Stein in Oslo. There are no borders on the Internet. Color, age, and nationality don't matter.
Andrea in Washington, D.C.
Spelling they do.
It frees me to be me, not someone inconveniencing others with my needs as a deaf person.
Richard, somewhere in England. I can indulge my deep and abiding passion for all things Thai.
Hattie in Toronto. It has more soul than any human being I know.
Was that for all things Thai, he said?
Thai? Uh-oh.
My passion for all things Thai.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
The first acknowledgement that it's being used for kiddie porn.
What else do you like in Thailand on the computer?
Yeah, really.
I want to look at the food pictures.
That one got past the editor.
What are you looking at on your computer? Is that I'm going to wait here for 15 minutes while this picture downloads to see if it's inappropriate.
There were no chat rooms back then, right?
Yeah, there were.
Oh, there were?
They're like bulletin board services, and chat rooms were really rough. I remember we did an online chat back when we were in Boston, and you had to keep refreshing, and you had to type something in and send it, and it would take a while to see your post, and then you'd have to keep hitting refresh to watch who knew the new people that were posting and answer to them. You'd miss half the people that were chatting.
I so remember that. This dirty chat room I used to go to. You have to refresh it. They would have all these sex talks, and I couldn't get into any of them.
After you send your text, you'd have to refresh to see it up on the screen. And then you'd miss 10 people that commented on the last thing that was said.
Yeah. I have been ignored in chat rooms. I never got any play in chat rooms.
No?
Yeah, the O&A fan ones I do, they're all nice. They're all very lovely.
Yeah.
But until that, no, I could say anything in the chat room, and I would just be ignored. Like, everyone had me on invisible.
Oh.
I was invisible, Jimmy.
What was your name? Remember?
I don't know.
Oh.
No. I'm probably, Sweet Boy.
Yeah, that's... you probably get a lot of...
oh, yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
Boy who's...
Hi, Sweet Boy.
You know what it was? I won an award for a boy whose cheeks most likely will be mistaken for that of a cherub.
Back to the audio.
Fighting passion for all things Thai.
Hattie in Toronto. Hi. It has more soul than any human being I know.
In Pennsylvania. The net is helping the University of Asmara in Eritrea with books on everything. Ricardo in Mexico. It's a window to the world.
Marcus in Milan. Internet is liberty, friends all over the world, fun, information, anonymity, part of our everyday life, and much, much more.
Anonymity. Yeah, you got that right, pal.
There you go.
Boy, they had high expectations back then, didn't they?
Anonymity, so you can post whatever you want.
Yeah.
Without your own awful life being revealed.
Yep.
Yeah, they envisioned everything getting much better because of the Internet.
Yeah.
They didn't realize that work would slow down because everyone's using it to look at TNA, man. The Internet is for porn.
Oh, wow, what happened to that clip?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
that? It's out there somewhere.
Where's that clip?
Porn.
The Internet is for porn. The Internet is for porn. Me up all night hugging me horn to porn.
There you go.
Lost is a good show, huh?
I don't know.
I thought Lost, honestly, was a game show of some sort.
Really?
I swear to God.
Kind of like
reality
Survivor
show
or something?
Yeah, and then somebody tells me that it was about, like plane crash, all these different people, and they have 2 different camps. And I hear it's really good. I'm going to start watching it.
I'm gonna pick up the first few seasons there.
How many were there?
Yeah, you ain't just
I
going
don't
to be
know.
able to
What are they up to,
pop
the third?
in.
3, yeah.
You can't just pop in. We're in season 3.
Yeah.
What do you...
What character do you
E-Rock.
play?
Like you. I want to talk about your character.
Yeah, what
said-
character you play?
You said we're in season 3.
We're in season 3.
So
They're in season 3.
Attaboy. What are you doing on Lost besides the fact that's how you look in studio every day? Lost.
Oh.
Rosemary from Jersey, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted to call in and represent for the women, guys. I mean, some of us women like to watch porn and look porn on the internet, too,
What kind do you like?
I like it. I like it all.
You're a porn addict?
I like it all.
Well, no, I mean, I like to read. I like to read the stories. There's a good website that has stories. I like the pictures. I mean, my husband goes on, too. I like to be a slut.
What kind of story? I'm sorry, Sherelle, what kind of stories do you like?
Well, I like the girl on girls. I like the threesomes. I had threesomes before I was married, but
Why not since you're married? Throw your husband a bone.
2 guys or 2 girls?
hey, I asked him and he said no.
All right.
2 guys, 2 girls.
Well, I like 2 guys and me.
Do you want them doing things with each other too?
Oh yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
No wonder your husband said no.
Really?
Yeah, it just doesn't work the same way.
Why?
Is
It's
one a
just
police
not hot.
sergeant?
Yeah. A police sergeant and a production guy from this show?
Yeah.
Listen, where's all the other girls calling in saying, that they watch porn?
They've been calling in. They just can't articulate themselves very well.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Rosemary's a slut and she loves porn. Thanks for calling.
Thank you,
Angel.
Salute.
Let's go to Detroit. We got some action in Detroit. We got a buzz growing in Detroit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Go Tigers! What's up, Steve?
Morning, guys. How are you? Congratulations on the ratings.
Thank you, Steve.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know that I've been married for 13 years now, and the reason it works well is because my wife knows how to get a freak on every couple of months. It's not constant, it's not all the time, but it's enough to keep me interested, and that's the key.
Yeah, the ladies get confused out there. They gotta realize you gotta be a slut every once in a while.
Got Rocky Dennis on her shoulders. Get your freak on.
And as she's having an orgasm, she likes to watch you pull pins out of a map.
In disappointment, utter disappointment.
Or then she closes her eyes and touches your big misshapen face and she goes over the edge. Ben's not going to Europe with you, fathead.
All right, there you go. You're admitting that your wife's a slut every once in a while, and that's why you've been married 13 years and it's still going strong, right?
And that's what keeps it going, guys. Keep up the good work. We'll talk to you later.
It's really as easy as that. That's what guys want. Just a little sluttiness every once in a while.
A little bit.
Little skank.
I like
a little skank in the bedroom every once in a while.
I like the boy shorts, like the little transparent boy shorts that show everything.
Much better than the thong, by the way.
I don't know. Not a thong. I love the thongs. I like to see the hiney. I like the thong too, but they switch on and off.
Yeah.
Surprise me.
The boy shorts with the little bit of lace on the bottom of it.
Yeah,
you
lace.
Like the solid ones.
I don't mind the lace, or I don't need it. Lace is fine. Lace
and they're
not
cut
necessary.
very short, so you can see the top of the buttock.
Yeah, that's like the little hot pants.
Right.
Hot pants, little satiny hot pants.
Hottie pants.
All right, it's the O&A virus spreading across America on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Yes, Jimmy?
I have to plug something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This weekend, I leave tomorrow for Friday, Saturday only in San Francisco, Cobb's, 415-928-4320 for Friday and Saturday. And November 10th, I'm at the Hammerstein here in New York. Ticketmaster. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back.
The Opie and Anthony Fatty Pig Fatty contest began like a stampede of hungry rhinos. But now it more closely resembles a sleepy, winded elephant.
The current heavyweight in the Fatty Pig Fatty contest is Crystal from Cleveland, who weighed in at 430 pounds. We're so sure there's someone bigger out there, we put up a Fatty Finder's fee in the amount of $1,000 to the person who brings in the heaviest girl by the end of the contest. So grab your sonar equipment and find us a whale. Remember, the heaviest girl at the end of the Fatty Pig Fatty contest gets $10 for every floorboard-shattering, tear-inducing, self-esteem-destroying pound on her body.
You make the rockin' world go round.
Go to opieandanthony.com for contest details.
Sponsored by H57 Hoodia.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202.
Back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Getting some good news from Steve. We may have a contestant for Fatty Pig Fatty in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Girls are afraid they're going to be humiliated. You're not. We tease you a little bit. You're not. No one's been humiliated when they come down here. They always leave going, you guys are nicer than I thought you'd be.
Actually, everyone has had a good time.
Yeah, we're out to have fun with you. We're not out to, like, wreck your life.
Gotta be teased a little bit.
Yeah, we're dicks, but we're not monsters.
We may have a ringer. We'll see what happens. 1-866-313-FREE is our phone number. Where do we go next? Let's say hi to Hank Hill in Texas. Hank, what's up?
Howdy. Good morning.
Hello, Hank.
What's up, Hank?
Well, I was just calling. I don't know too much about this computer stuff, but me and Peggy bought one of these PCs to do our banking on.
Yeah.
And I walked in on the room on my son Bobby the other day, and he was in some bestiality chat room with some guy named Little Jimmy Robinson 6'9". Boy, if I ever catch that guy, I'll tell you what. You guys have any suggestions? Because we really need that computer in our house, but I can't have him on that thing.
I don't even watch that dumb show, and I know he sounds just like him.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Hank. Good job.
I'm coming up to Chicago to see that Little Jimmy Norton. I need to talk to him about that.
Well,
That's not the same guy, is it?
Please come up and introduce yourself, because I would like to meet you.
You got that right, sweetheart.
Thank you, Hank.
Goodbye, Mr. Hill.
Right. Have a good day, gentlemen.
All right, you too, buddy. Let's go to Anne Marie in Westchester.
He's on Pal Talk all the time, and there's another guy that does Billy Bob Thornton, and every time that jackass talks, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
No, what he says is just silly.
Let's go to Anne Marie. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Howdy.
I just want to let you know that next month I'll be married almost 5 years.
God bless.
And my husband, he usually is not, I'm the sex freak. I'm the one that always wants stuff. And just recently, he talked me into buying a head nurse costume.
Oh, I hate those.
What's that, a nurse outfit with knee pads?
Is it old school with that freaking thing?
The big red cross on the hat?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's made out of, like, vinyl.
Like so flimsy and complete with the stethoscope, which I'm not sure what that would be used for. But it came with fishnets and platform boots, and he basically tore a hole right through the fishnet.
They always look so cheaply made, too.
Man, I'm not a big fan of the costumes. Not a big fan of the costumes.
No. Is it a movie set? Stop.
So are you happy with your marriage there, Anne Marie?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would love to have sex more, but, he works a lot and he's tired all the time, so.
Yeah.
Well, get other outfits. The outfits are kind of hot. Maybe be a meter maid and say something sexy like, you want to get out of your ticket? And then wink.
I love you, Jimmy.
And I love you.
All right, Anne Marie, thank you. Let's go to Buffy.
Want to come over? You can dress like a victim.
Buffy in New York, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to say that I never watched porn until I got on Pal Talk, and then just about every other camera you bring up, there's always porn to watch.
Do you like it?
It's good. It's good. And
Why, you like watching Arab men take care of business?
No, I don't like the Arab jackers, but typically in any of the fan rooms, there's cams up with people streaming it through, so you get to watch the full.
Oh, yeah. Porn movies.
And suggestion to the married women, they should always start their day with the Breakfast of Champions, the protein pop, and that'll keep their man happy.
Wow.
Right. There you go. All right. Yeah, Pal Talk's taking over our show. It's It's on every day. People are checking us out as we do the show, but we're not nude.
Did you notice Travis put girl next to Buffy?
Yeah.
Like is there a guy version of the name Buffy?
Maybe in his private life.
He doesn't put girl or guy next to things like Terry or things we might need to know before we go to. But Buffy, he thought.
Might be his alter ego.
Yeah.
He might have slipped.
Yeah, maybe Travis is Buffy when he's home.
Travis Buffy.
All right.
He's a superhero. He rescues male genitals from dryness.
We got another story about MySpace. Sex offenders on MySpace.
What happened?
They're going to take away our MySpace next. You watch. Even though I'm not on it. But
regulate
I'm
it.
talking as a general person here.
As John Q. Public.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the problem now?
At this point, if the parents aren't checking their kids and what they're doing with the internet, what are we supposed to do?
You can't access underage people.
What are we supposed to do?
MySpace either, unless
they got figured
your
out.
Friend.
That's what the story's all about. The sex offenders have figured out how to contact.
Did they?
The underage kids. I don't know. We'll find out here from Good Morning America. MySpace used by kids and sex offenders.
Wait, there are more than 100. Is this a giveaway that you're a pedophile? Like you're trying to be casual? You're out. So say they figured out how to contact underage people. This is how it works. Go say that.
They figure out how to contact underage people.
How?
A little too rambunctious there.
A little nervous there, Jimmy.
I was really nervous that no one was going to say it, and I would have had that boring setup. And then,
that would have been funny to just leave you hanging. Damn it.
Or if I had any sense of humor, I would let you just say it, and then I would have left you hanging.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's kind of last week when we were talking about that ghost program. I brought it up about, E-Rock using a ghost program to find my lost pictures, even though I lost my digital camera. And Jimmy's like, oh, really? How does that work? Yeah.
What
just all casual, like, oh, really?
Well, to know that you can go in and get deleted files, that actually could be helpful, because I've never deleted anything I really wanted. I just want to make sure no one can go in and get mine.
All right, here's the MySpace.
Horses, they're not just for racing.
Here's the MySpace.
There are more than 100 million users on MySpace. It is largely used by young people who post profiles and pictures of themselves. But it's also used by another group, sexual predators. How many? It is a question MySpace and websites like it have long contended is too difficult to answer. But for computer journalist Kevin Polson, that answer came quickly.
There were some with record of crimes against children who had an inordinately large number of children on their friends list.
Using names and addresses of convicted sex offenders on state registries, he designed his own computer program to cross-reference that information with profiles listed on MySpace. Inputting close to 386,000 sex offenders from 46 states, there were thousands of possible matches.
It's called Microsoft Busybody.
7,000 profiles.
Microsoft Budinsky. The hell's the name of this program he wrote? Microsoft Mind Your Own Business.
Yeah. Hey, do you got Tattletales 2000? What a snitch.
Him and his awful program.
Oh, boy. Almighty.
There were thousands of possible matches. He began eyeballing them himself, combing through some 7,000 profiles. And what he found were 744 sex offenders with profiles on MySpace.
All right, out of 100 million? That's not bad.
Not a bad average.
Yeah, exactly. This should be more, as a matter of fact. Get with it, sex offenders. Stop being so lazy.
Less than is in this room.
We got an example of a sex offender finding young boys on MySpace.
Oh, dear.
And one particular sex offender stood out.
In his MySpace profile, he had links to about half a dozen kids, all young boys, and he was posting messages to their public comment boards of a sexual nature.
The police stepped in, and posing as a teenager, one investigator started messaging, and he took the bait.
Here's a guy who's a registered level 3 sex offender with a profile on MySpace, actively looking for young boys to molest.
The husband and father of 5 is now behind bars.
Father of 5.
MySpace says it's been pushing for federal legislation that would require convicted sex offenders to also register their email addresses. MySpace even testifying before Congress about the difficulties in policing these types of sites. But child advocates say this most recent case proves that MySpace and websites like it can do more right now.
Guy's got 5 kids. He's got his own farm system. What's he doing?
He's harvesting...
He's like the Montreal Expos of pedophiles.
There you go. Well,
MySpace always in it.
Yeah.
Always bad.
I like the idea. And these stupid civil rights advocates, don't know the difference between genuine civil liberties and what we deserve as free citizens and protecting a pedophile.
And real protection.
Like, I guarantee you some organization is challenging the constitutionality of email registration.
Yep. Right.
These stupid people.
And like, you can't just get another one. Yeah, I'll register this email, and then you get another one.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's that hard to do.
Yeah. HERTKIDZ. Who's that?
Oh, my God. Every morning we try to get like the front pages of newspapers across America just to see what's going on, because we're syndicated to a ton of cities.
Don't want to be isolated
at this point. Oh my God. We were talking about the 300 millionth American yesterday, especially on our XM show. We played audio of the official, I guess, 300 millionth American.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of looking at the front pages of all the papers across America. Everyone is claiming that the 300th millionth, I know, it's hard to say, 300 millionth American was born in their city.
Yeah, they all want to claim.
Look, Chicago Sun-Times, here she is, right on the front page of the paper today,
the
right?
feather, baby.
So there you go, look at that. So I'm like, oh, wow, it was born in Chicago, right? So then I'm going through the papers. We only got, the front pages are still coming in, but
Alessandra Marcela Ruiz.
Right. Well,
well,
guess what?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Front page of a paper called The Day. Where are they out of? I don't know. They're claiming they got it.
Yeah.
Name.
And that one's a white baby.
Oh, where is this utopia?
And then you continue.
Probably Maine or Vermont.
The Plain Dealer in Cleveland. No, it was born in Cleveland.
They're all claiming.
Well, no, the Erie Times says it was born in Erie, Pennsylvania.
You got to cut the babies in half and count the rings.
Right.
It's the only way you can tell.
Well, Poconos, the Pocono Record says no, it was born in our area.
How many babies?
Well, the Columbian says, F all y'all. It was born in the Columbus area. The Columbian. Where is the Columbian, actually? It could be South Carolina, right? I don't know. Well, they're claiming they got the 300 millionth American. Well, guess what? Milwaukee's saying F all y'all as well.
We got it.
We got it. It's all on the front page of all these newspapers across America today. Well, Arizona, of course, no. They say they got it.
How can they all...
idiots in the media.
Well, Los Angeles Times, look, they don't want to be outdone. They got the 300 millionth American.
They were all celebrating with a 21 vag salute.
Every front page.
That's where 21 salmon fly over a funeral.
It just continues. Every paper I look at, they're all claiming that it was born in their city or their area. How funny is that, man?
Great. Who cares? By the way, we had 300 million before the babies were born.
Yeah, well.
Called illegal aliens.
There's no real way to figure it out, so they're all claiming they got it.
No real way.
And it's on every front page in America today.
Narrow 300 million down to that one baby, that 1 second.
They probably could. They're probably
it's like a symbolic thing, but they don't want to claim it.
There's probably a bunch that happened at the same time. There's probably, I'd say there's probably 100 or whatever that happened. Again,
no countdown clock, though.
But I have no idea how many babies are born per second. I just estimated 100, like almost like I was based in fact.
Yeah, like you knew what you were talking about for a second.
What a jerk off.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were some that were born at the exact same moment.
Of course.
All over the world. And why would it be born only in America? They're pumping them out. I caught myself.
Wow, I was so hoping you would have continued with that train of thought.
All the way America's going, that is actually very accurate.
Train of thought right into a wall.
Let's go to Patrice, a girl in Flushing. Patrice.
Wow, loud like the guy version.
What's up, Patrice?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Hey.
All right.
Opie, I saw you last night on David Letterman. I think you're hot.
Thank you.
I think you're absolutely beautiful.
Are you a black girl?
And no, I'm a white girl.
What kind of white?
Greek.
Greek.
Perfect.
Greek.
Hairy arms and a pillow biter.
Greek.
I should have known Flushing. I was born in Astoria. I went back there. I don't know, probably 10 years ago, and went, wow, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's mini Greece down
there. A lot of
there.
Greeks there.
Mini
Greece down there.
It's Greece.
Are you fat?
I heard there's more like Greek people in the Queens area than actually in Athens.
Was I asked if I was fat?
Yeah, Eric asked you that.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm 125 pounds,
Well,
and I'm
fine.
5'6".
Nice.
Well, thank you, Patrice. I forgot that the Letterman thing reran last night.
I really enjoyed it. You guys were great, and I can remember when you.
Enough of her. Enough of her babble. Yeah. I stayed up and watched it like an idiot.
Baby born every 7 seconds, according to the thing.
Every 7 seconds?
I bet a couple of them on a clock. I bet you a couple of them came out at the exact same moment.
Yeah, 2 and 14.
It's yo. It's
Well,
probably like 1,000.
They're all claiming that it was born in their city. That's the point we're making today. I think that's hilarious. Because I almost bought into it because I see Chicago Sun-Times. I take a look.
There it is.
I take a look at the Chicago Sun-Times every day, right on the front page. There you go. Chicago, congratulations.
Gotta be.
And then I flipped over. No, Arizona, L.A. It just continued.
They're all claiming.
They're all claiming. All right, Halloween right around the corner. It's time for the Halloween stories to hit the news. When are they going to scare the hell out of us with the Halloween candy? That should be happening any day now.
The Halloween nightmare stories about what can happen to your children.
Right.
Tune in at 10.
Don't buy into the fear, people. Don't buy into the fear.
That's right. Just send those little bastards out and let them get what they deserve.
Razor blades in the apples was always the big scary thing.
If you want
when I was growing up.
If you want to read a great book, Culture of Fear, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they have a chapter on the whole Halloween thing and how the news scares the hell out of you every Halloween about the candy and the creeps that are out there.
Is it out in a movie?
And what?
Is it out in a movie?
No.
Nah, forget it.
You got to do some of that old-fashioned reading.
I can't.
And actually, this guy did all sorts of research, and he went back as far as kids dying around Halloween and stuff, and they found out that they found like one death. Now, I read this book a few years back, so, if I'm slightly wrong, but it was about one death that was actually because there was a creep out there with the pins and the razor blades in the apple, or poisoning the kid with Halloween candy. And then there were a few more cases, and when you dig deeper, it turns out that the families killed their own kids.
Oh, jeez.
To get insurance money
around Halloween.
Around Halloween, they figured this is safe.
Good.
We'll poison our kid with Halloween candy.
Good alibi, cover
We'll
story.
blame it on some freaky neighbor or someone in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then they dug deep. They got the detectives involved, and they found out, no, they killed their own kids around Halloween to get insurance money.
God.
So all this fear they throw at you on TV is complete BS.
That is a creepy thing to do.
It turns out it's pretty safe, believe it or not, out there.
No, I was saying, oh my God, like how brilliant.
Very interesting book. The Culture of Fear.
Yeah, because growing up, all you heard about were the razor blades and the apples. Never and apples. You threw those things away right away. Some old bag giving you apples anyway. Yeah. Come on, stop.
Give her a Macintosh right across her cheekbone.
Where's the candy, you dummy?
So they're not talking about candy and keeping your kids safe, but the cute pumpkin story on ABC today.
Oh, I like a good pumpkin.
But then they go with some
jack-o'-lantern.
Then they go with some queer banter at the end of the story.
Welcome back, break out the paddle. It's time for a nice boat ride in a pumpkin. It's hard to believe that these big gourds can actually float, but they do. And in this lake in Switzerland, they held a pumpkin regatta. The winner,
love the Swiss.
Swissness. The winner picked up about 600 Swiss francs. Now, that's about $390.
Yep.
That's bad for a quick ride in a giant piece of fruit.
You said break out the paddle. Bill and I just started to run.
Spanking Joe.
I was trying to.
Yeah, I was go get the twig from the tree in the back.
I was trying to explain that to my son last night because there's no corporal punishment in school.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So when I went to school during the
Prohibition.
Jefferson administration, I was trying to explain. My son was, what was like fifth grade like for you? And I said, well, he said, did you like your teacher? I said, well, I had a teacher, and I really didn't like my fifth grade teacher. And I said, he goes, why? I said, well, because she paddled me once. Because I was talking in the lunch line. I got paddled.
On the tush?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got
Oh, yeah. My son was like,
this is the news?
talking the lunch line.
Who cares?
Wow.
It would be funny if you said, I wanted to show my son what fifth grade was like. So I put on a priest outfit and wiped away his little memories.
Now go upstairs and do your homework.
That's right. Go upstairs and tell yourself that you fell on your bottom.
That is a ridiculously long
Yeah.
Oh, banter for the news.
Let's try to get to the end of it.
Son was like, my son goes, we talk in the lunch line all the time.
Yeah, that's normal now.
I go, yeah,
well,
you
kids
get
rule now.
She goes, the teacher just tells you to be quiet. Yeah. How about that?
You never did it again, right?
I get paddled at work about once a week. Here's what's
Here's one. You got licked. I get 4 or 5 times a week.
Steve's in there wearing, he's got armor plates in his pants. All right, here's what's going on this morning. We start out with...
Oh, my God. What were they trying to accomplish? That's what I always ask myself.
They must really not have had news that day.
It was today. It was today.
Light news day. Couldn't
Local
have talked
news
about
just...
Wesley Snipes a little longer.
Local news should just close up shop. Just close up shop.
Yeah, we all watch national news now. CNN and Fox.
By the way, Bert and Philly, the Philly Inquirer is saying they just missed having the 300 millionth baby.
Just missed.
Or it's not a baby, American there, Bert.
American.
The one they were watching was born 2 minutes early. And then he writes, gotta love self-hating Philly.
She couldn't hold it in a little longer.
All right.
Don't push, squeeze.
I bet you Boston had it, but the kid was black, so they just had just leave the story.
That's Boston.
Yeah, no, we don't need this.
Yeah.
We don't need this on the front page of the Boston Herald.
We got a reputation on uphold. Get an Irish kid.
All right, it's the ONA virus spreading across America.
Hi, I just got wowed. It was great. I'm not supposed to talk about it, though. I gotta go now.
Introducing the Opie and Anthony Wow Line. If you get wowed, we want to hear about it. Call 866-WOW-ME-05. That's 866-WOW-ME-05. And tell us all about it. And if your message isn't too stupid, we might just play it on the air.
Opie and Anthony!
We're back with the Opie and Anthony show.
The Pal Talker's got a little bit of a show. Jimmy was laying down on the couch on his back, and let's just say he had a skyline going. Yes. About midway through, you noticed a skyline of his silhouette.
That's the good part about Pal Talk. You get to check out bodies like this.
Right.
All right. The ONA virus spreading across America. Perversion for profit.
What?
Oh, we were talking about the internet. We got a report from 1993 what the internet was all about.
Yeah. We finished that tape? It sounded like there would have been more to the story.
Yeah, that was it, actually.
God, I would have liked to hear the rest of that.
That was all we could find. And then we're talking about MySpace, obviously, and the sex offenders.
Hey, did we get to the thing where there was video where they were they were showing kids how to fight back for a guy in the school with a gun, and they were all throwing their books at him?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Well, that's on MySpace. One of those hot MySpace.
No, that wasn't MySpace. That was the news. It was about how do you fight back.
I saw it. I saw it on MySpace. I don't know who put it together.
Oh, really?
I don't know if a news program put it together or they're like showing what was on MySpace from a group or something.
Oh, okay.
That can't work.
We'll find out maybe a little later.
No, the first time he shoots the first kid there, I said, "What do you throw books at him?"
Of course not.
Unless he stops to read one.
Yeah. You have some instruction paper, you.
That's good.
Well, here's
Mesopotamia.
So we're talking about the sex offenders on MySpace. We're talking about the internet and what they thought it was all about back in 1993. And what we got in front of us here is Perversion for Profit, 1965.
Oh.
Not necessarily an internet story, obviously. But perversion in general.
Was it just like books or?
Probably
stag films.
Mags, films.
Skin flicks.
Books, sure.
Sex shops. From 1965.
Once a person has become perverted, it's impossible for that person to return to normal.
Well, we all know that.
I'd like to begin with a fact. A simple yet shocking fact.
Oof.
It is this. A flood tide of filth is engulfing our country in the form of newsstand obscenity and is threatening to pervert an entire generation of our American children. We know that once a person is perverted, it is practically impossible for that person to adjust to normal attitudes in regard to sex. Yet much of this material has been described as an illustrated, detailed course in perversion, abnormal sex, crime, and violence. It is also a fact that no matter who buys this material, 75 to 90% of it ends up in the hands of our children.
90%. 75 to 90, that's good statistics.
You made some damn good points, though. Can't
Certainly
argue with
did.
that. It does make it hard to go back.
Once you've seen it, it's over, Johnny.
Once you've been in the muck and mire, you don't want to go back to
No.
Good muck and mire.
I like muck and mire.
All right, we'll put
in
that
the
on,
mornings.
We'll put that on hold for a second because the audio came in. Child self-defense, the video that we were checking out on TV, where they showed school kids throwing books at a shooter.
That's going to work as the book flutters toward him and just stops and drops about 5 feet in front of him.
Children being taught how to defend against school shooters.
No parent wants to imagine what their child would do if, God forbid, confronted by a deranged killer in their school. But would you want to hear that your kid had been trained to attack the gunman?
No.
This academic year alone, there have been...
I wouldn't want to hear that. Because when it comes to stuff like this, they don't really... When it comes to 7-year-olds, how often are 7-year-olds shot in school? It's rare. It happens. But if they charge the gunman, he's going to shoot all of them.
Yep.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Now you gave him a reason.
Doesn't it seem like it would be easy to keep the guns out of schools, at least?
You would think.
Well, guys would break in there probably thinking, like, adults would come to kill you.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Crazies.
Have you been to a sporting event lately? They make sure there's no guns in a sporting event, but we can't make sure that the guns don't make it into schools?
Throw your beer at him.
I was at Giant Stadium for that Jets game on Sunday. They had like sharpshooters on the top of the stadium.
What?
Yeah. Unless that was the cigarette area where you could go for a smoke, but it looked like it was sharpshooters up there.
Could have been sharpshooters or smokers.
If I'm wrong, someone help me out, but there was a whole bunch of guys that looked like they had, some weaponry. At the top of the stadium, on the roof of Giant Stadium, just making sure everything's okay. And then they had a helicopter the whole time to circle in the stadium. But we can't keep guns out of schools?
You know what you do?
You
shoot the hostage.
I go to these Dome Islander games, and you got the guys with their M16s and stuff outside as you're going through, the metal detector for a sporting event. How hard is it to keep guns out of schools?
I like that. I like walking around and seeing them all armed to the hilt.
This academic year alone, there have been 14 school-related shootings, and violent deaths often occur. So what should your child do? It's a legitimate question, and it's one that has a Texas security company now coming up with a controversial answer. ABC's Mike Von Fremd has more on this trend.
This training video shows Texas students being taught how to swarm a gunman in their classroom. A team of Texas security experts says students and teachers cannot afford to wait for police once a gunman enters a school.
The gunman walks in and basically he is met with a barrage of books, book bags, anything and everything that the teacher and the students can find to throw at him.
Compass.
Oh,
that'll
God,
work. Compass.
That is so stupid.
Crepe paper.
Crepe paper paste.
Yes,
maybe that little brush that goes in the glue.
You can glue the gun closed, you can't shoot it.
It's very dangerous stuff. A ruler. Perhaps you could poke him with a yardstick.
Or maybe some stars for good penmanship. Throw the tear them off your notebook and throw them at him.
Gold stars in the retina.
Who in their right mind would stand there and start throwing... There's one thing you do. Turn, run, hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing you could do.
Guy's going to look at it like a video game.
You actually are...
Shoot everything they're throwing at you.
You're actually going to have enough confidence that the whole, classroom is going to work together?
Yeah, okay, guys, on three.
All right, we have to work together. You're left with a stupid, history book, and everyone else is fleeing.
You're the only one there. You throw your lone book at the guy.
Right.
Guess who's the first one to get shot?
Yeah, they're all behaving and laying down, and you're throwing a notebook, so he just shoots you and then does what he had to do and leaves.
Yeah.
That's always good. I just took your joke and changed it and did it.
Yeah, a little bit. I liked it. I got to enjoy it then, because I didn't get to enjoy it when I said it.
Yeah, but you got to hear it once removed, so I got to hear it with humor involved, and you got to hear it just the way I decided to transfer.
I listened to the replay. I'm going to hear that joke 4 times today.
Get out of here, you goose.
Chester's Liver from Whackbag. I was at Giant Stadium for the Colts-Jets game, and there were no sharpshooters and no helicopters.
No?
Oh, boy, I'm starting to see things.
Seeing helicopters. You want to see helicopters?
Helicopters fly, pelicans.
Burleson, Texas is the first school district in the country to implement this fight back policy, and it's training all 8,500 students just how to respond. High school students we talk to stress how important it is to respond the instant they see a threat.
Get him, distract him, get up, move around, throw them books at him.
But outside of Burleson, Texas, school safety experts are appalled at the notion of students being trained to storm a person with a weapon.
To expect children to analyze and then make appropriate decisions like this is a tall order.
So far, parents, teachers, and most of all students support Burleson's Take Charge policy.
I think the policy is really smart. It's just like 9/11 whenever they were on the plane.
Officials say they are spending about $15 per child for a training course that is a powerful deterrent.
Pretty cheap. $15, you could buy him a shiv.
Yeah.
Something he could really use in the school.
Or get him some tutoring.
That's great.
That's just stupid.
Little kid in the back of the room. I've got my book.
I'm ready.
Let me know when I should take the shot.
I'm ready.
I got him. Take the shot.
Throw your milk at him. Maybe one of the straws will hit his eyes.
Yeah. A drink box. A juice box. If it lands correctly, could put an eye out. If it lands incorrectly, you're all dead.
Sounds like No Filter Paula guy.
That is the dumbest idea.
Let's go to James. James, what's up?
Yo, what's up? Opie, man. You're the dope of the day, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giant Stadium has a roof, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not over the whole thing, ass.
Around the edges.
Well, you wouldn't say it's a roof.
It's a roof over the luxury boxes and all that. There's a roof on Giant Stadium, so who's the ass now?
It's a roof.
Oh, yeah, and they have a rope and then they climb down to the 50-yard line.
Anything else, James?
James showed you.
There's no roof at Giant Stadium?
Of course there is. It's around the perimeter.
Thank you.
It's what covers the luxury boxes. And you ever sit in a seat and you got something over your head? It's called roof.
Roofs are important.
Yes, they are.
I want to talk about that on XM for an hour, about the importance of roofs.
Of the
and how we
roof.
need to continue the idea of them.
Don't take away our roofs.
No, we're roofies. Those are even more important. What's the use of having a roof if you can't have sex with a sleeping person under it?
Well, actor Wesley Snipes is a wanted man tonight, wanted by the IRS on charges he owes them $12 million. U.S. attorneys announced at a news conference in Florida that Snipes was indicted, facing 8 counts of federal tax fraud, including failure to file tax returns for 6 years. The IRS says he has not been arrested yet because officials don't know where he is. He owns a home in Windermere, Florida. If convicted, Snipes could face up to 16 years in prison.
He's not going to jail for 16 years.
What an ass.
Yeah, he
How
really...
do you not pay your taxes?
This is a whole thing without even just not paying taxes. He hooked up with some weird scheme, some group that had this scheme that said there's a law in this country that you don't have to pay taxes unless you made the money overseas. So he fills out this refund form for $12 million. Like it said, refund owed to you, and there was $12 million in there. I could see maybe $18, you know. Maybe they're not going to, the red flag ain't going to pop up. If the IRS is going to have to shell out $12 million, I think they're going to look at that a little deeper.
What a dope. I could see if you're making like $50,000 a year and you're struggling, like, all right, I'll try something. This sounds good. My friend told me about it. He says he got a refund.
Let me give it a whirl.
Why would you take that chance when you're set for life?
He's Wesley Snipes.
He might be
He's
broke.
Stupid.
A lot of these guys go
I
broke.
think he is, yeah. They were talking about him and Rogan were supposed to have a fight, Joe Rogan. If he's at that point, I think he burned through some of that cash. Burned through some of that Jungle Fever cash.
Backing up a little bit, John and Queens. John.
At his parents' house doing that wacky dance in front of the father.
No, that was
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, it was the Gator. Gator, you need a bath.
Gator.
Go ahead, sir.
Let's go to
doctor gets home.
Let's go to John and Queens.
John.
What's up, Owen?
Hey.
Hey, yeah, I'm just talking about, you guys talking about people, how they're teaching kids to fight back in school.
Yeah.
I'm a cop in Brooklyn. That's the most retarded thing I've ever heard of. You know, I just want to know what kind of drugs these people are smoking. I want some of it.
Well, they're saying it's very controversial, so I think most people with a brain are realizing that they wouldn't tell their kid to go, you know, to face the shooter.
I would tell my kid, I'm like, listen, bend over, put your head between your legs, kiss your ass goodbye, just cry. That's it. Don't go after them.
You would obviously tell your kid, you know, turn, run, and hope for the best. That's all you could do.
The only time you should fight, I think, is if they're trying to take you to another location. They say that's always more dangerous. If you're, like, being assaulted by a guy, and they try to take you to a second location, you're in deep trouble. Like, that's when you have to fight, because they're probably going to kill you anyway.
I think
Plus, you also have the cops that are armed with, like, high-power rifles. They can take them out through a window from, like, 300 yards away. Let them do it.
I think they're talking about the guys that just come in and start shooting. Like, you got to do something. I mean, but
these kids are crazy.
No, you talk.
Hide behind the retarded kid. That's the philosophy.
I think it's more. Yeah, well, keep talking. That's okay. That's all right.
What?
I had something. I probably forgot it by now.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? No, go ahead.
Imagine if it's some kid running in with a helmet, banging his head on the wall, starts shooting people. What are you gonna throw a book at him? It's gonna bounce off his big head.
See, it's not the kid with the helmet. It's the guy with the gun. You're missing the whole point, so your joke really wasn't funny.
Well, he hung up. He's
good, and he should have. Ass. I was going to say, I think the teachers, if they're going to train anybody, it's the teachers that should be trained in this. You know, because they wind up getting shot or running, or they usually just round up the kids and take them into a classroom. And you usually hear the nightmare of that door opening up and then the gunfire starting. There should be a contingency plan based on the teachers because they're adults. You can't expect a third grader, a fourth grader, or something like that to have a plan of action that he's going to carry out when there's shootings going on at his school. Stop it.
You're not thinking right when you're in that situation. Oh, yeah, I got to remember. Oh, yeah, this is what they taught me. I got to pick up my book and my compass and start throwing.
I'm going to storm the bunker.
Yeah.
Are you?
The only time that might work is if they're all like high school students, because at least you're old enough to know that you could throw something. You're a bit larger as a person.
Yeah.
A bunch of 7-year-olds throwing something, it would be adorable.
You love to think you're courageous or something like that. I would pull that George Costanza move.
What was that?
Remember that episode? What had happened? Was it a fire where George Costanza just ran over the old lady in the walker? Get out of the way!
Oh, yeah,
and he was running. That would be me.
That would be just about everyone
just
listening.
Getting out of here.
Just about everyone listening would be.
I would
every man for themselves.
So many bodies in between me and the gun.
Right.
That it'd be impossible to hit. Unless I had a gun. Now you're talking. Sling some lead there.
Hey, they're showing something on TV in 2020 about suicide jumpers. Wasn't there a guy that made a movie where they filmed the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge and all these guys jumped off?
Yeah.
What happened to that? That was a while ago.
We talked about that. Nothing ever happened. Do we know who did that, or if anyone has a
guy set up a camera on Golden Gate Bridge, and he said that he was just filming traffic patterns and things like that, but he was filming suicides
because it happens so regularly.
Yeah. And he wound up catching about 7 of them, and he was going to make a documentary about it, take everybody, show their suicide, but before they showed their suicide, he was going to go to all the families and get a little background on the person and then end that segment with him actually killing himself off the bridge. And the Golden Gate Bridge Commission was really pissed because he got that permission to do that under false pretense.
So he did
they sued him and got an injunction, but that's the last I heard, and that was about 1.5 years ago.
Why? Why would they do that?
Because
they can.
It's their bridge. It's a Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in San Francisco,
I thought you were going to say Vietnam,
and I had my inline skates, and I wanted to skate over the Golden Gate Bridge. Check out the bridge, go to the other side, and then come back. I wasn't allowed to. They have a bike path, but you're not allowed to take your skates across.
What? Really?
Because there's the bike groups are very, very, very political in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that were able to get this bike path built over the Golden Gate Bridge. And they have strict rules, and you're not allowed to, use your inline skates across the bridge. I actually had a cop stop me. I thought he was joking. He goes, "No, you're really not allowed to do this." I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me! It's a bike path."
Well, it is San Francisco.
Yeah, what a bunch of... I'll be out there this week. I'm going to smack some faces.
You can't
crack some heads.
You can't remove the seat and ride it from rollerblades. Maybe that was the problem.
Well, biking is huge in San Francisco.
Sure it is.
Potholes encouraged.
And there's just bicycle seats littering the sides of the road.
Yeah, and
Don't need this.
They've turned into a huge political group, though. These bike groups.
I call this the C blocker.
We ran out of our music. All right, we got to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
We continue on XM. If you're not joining us, have a great day.
Cheapo.
Hey, what's up? It's Louis Twitchell's Centenny.
Shut up! Tourette's Day is coming to the Opie and Anthony Show, which is to say that we've discovered a new excuse to point and laugh at people who are different. To help us understand a little bit more about Tourette's, we've enlisted the help of hearing-impaired Chicago reporter Karen Meyer.
Tourette's syndrome is a neurological disorder that's characterized by involuntary tics and repeated vocalization.
Exactly. So if you have Tourette's or if you know somebody with Tourette's, muster up some courage and an ounce of self-control and get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show.
Contact Steve at FoundryMusic.com. That's Steve at FoundryMusic.com. And remember, be yourself, one tick at a time. Tourette's Day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony XM walkover begins now.
Is that
Steve.
Yeah.
They're going to call it the virus?
Huh?
They're going to call it the virus?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. And I love the intention that they want to switch it. But I have to stress, I don't understand why you wouldn't have the name Opie and Anthony in the channel when that's what will sell units on the packaging for name recognition. No one's buying anything because of the virus. That's fun for fans and for us as a show.
Shut up.
I love it.
I think if we keep branding, they call it, branding the show as the virus.
That's true.
Then it'll work out for the best.
Know. Your lips to God's ears.
Steve dropped his BlackBerry.
Your shoes untied, E-Rock.
Yes.
Please tell me it's smashed into bits.
I went to grab what I thought was a trout out of a puddle.
Hope that stupid BlackBerry with fucking all the male pornography connection names he has in it fell right into the water.
I'll glue it back together with honey.
I had forgotten to hot sync. I hope he has 6 numbers out of 12,000 saved. That forgetful douche.
I didn't hot sync for 3 years. But well, it is a warmer day anyway. Yeah. Still gray. A little miserable.
I want to see who's in this box. We have to set fire
you don't.
to this thing.
We did just set fire to it, and your box is on fire. See if he runs out.
That's a quiet day.
Yeah.
Sir?
The sidewalks and streets are all wet like it when they make a movie.
Always
they hose down the New York City streets and steam comes up everywhere.
I think
kind
that's
of what it
to keep
looks
the
like
lights
today.
from bouncing, right?
Is it?
Every look at how many outdoor scenes.
Yeah, they always got the water.
It's got to be something to do with the lights. Or maybe it just looks cooler.
Yeah, maybe to get the garbage off the streets.
Oh, I don't know, man. What do we know?
What do we know? We're talking like we're experts in filmmaking. We don't even know what to do with our hands.
I know what to do with my hands in my audition yesterday.
Look at 1950s hat.
Where?
What the hell is it? Hey, Clark Kent.
He's going to persecute a Negro for eyeballing a white woman. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. She lost weight.
2 weeks.
Oh, look at that guy trying to keep his jog going as he crosses the street.
Oh, I know. I hate those people jog in place. Just stop for a second. If stopping for a second is going to have you cramp up. Who's beeping?
Truck.
Oh, hi, it's a fan.
He's just a fan.
Ugh, those are to throw somebody under his wheels. Perhaps this gentleman here.
Wowee. Look at you.
She's a tourist, I would believe. She's dragging luggage.
Look at this.
Can you please stop looking at me? Thank you.
Oh.
She's an Asian man.
That's great.
That's right. Look away.
That's it.
Look that way.
She should be throwing a pointy hat in a helicopter.
I'm kind of hungry still.
Yeah.
This ain't your show, Elias.
Have a kiss?
Walk, don't walk. walk. No kissing. Unless you want to go undercover. Catch some gangs, me and you. Go to the park bench.
Well, that's
arms
what our
around
excuse
each other.
would be, is we're
I'll call you
following
Sarge.
each other in a rest area. But no, we thought gangs were here in this stall. Just
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good whistle.
There's a lot of fans
That's a heck of a whistle.
along the walk.
Fucking.
Well, that was a whistle for a cab.
I know. I want to hear it do
It's
it again.
shining. Guy should have an axe in his chest in a hotel somewhere in Colorado.
Wow. What a sexy girl. There's a lot of pretty girls. All right, with Diddy.
Enough.
Oh, there's Jim Norton.
Oh. And Aretha. Nothing really going on today.
You can say that again.
For the walk.
You dropped something. Bald douche.
Totally got him. What's that, his
Look,
old
it's
school
Spalding
bag?
Gray. Thought you were dead in the river, sir.
Right.
All right.
Back inside.
We'll see you guys upstairs.
Upstairs.
Opie and Anthony. They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle biters.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long.
Shut up.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes.
I think we're lewd.
And we're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Check.
Checking all systems.
It's a go. Second half of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Now those phones are up loud.
Let's say hi to Schwoogie. Schwoogie, what's up?
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Hello, Schwoogie.
Right before you left Free FM, you were talking about the movie called The Bridge.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's called The Bridge. It's coming out sometime early next year.
So it is going to come out?
What?
Oh, sorry. So it is coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out early next year. If you go to Apple Movie Trailers, you know that page?
Of course.
Going to the section Newest Trailers, there's a trailer there that was posted on August 29th.
Is it good, the trailer?
It's a great trailer, I think. It's spooky as hell.
I think it's creepy.
Man, yeah, because the concept sounded great.
Definitely
Watch
creepy.
the trailer.
Yeah,
the trailer shows people jumping.
No, come on.
Watch the trailer.
Wow.
Hey, Than!
Later, guys.
All right, I want to see the trailer now. That's very cool.
That's creepy.
G Baby.
That Bridge
Yo,
movie
what's up, guys?
called The Bridge.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the movie this weekend at the Woodstock Film Festival.
Yeah.
Really?
And yeah, Schwoogie's right. It is coming out at the beginning of the year. What happened was the guy's director's name was Eric Steele. He took 2 cameras on each side of the bridge and shot from like 9 to 5 all day for an entire year. one full long shot and one close-up where they would just follow people on the bridge. 24 people died over the course of the year, and he got 23 of them on film.
Wow. Well, let's get that guy on the show if we can. That'd be great.
Yeah, write that down there. We want
that's a biggie.
the director of this movie.
Controversial.
Oh, that's cool that it's going to come out.
That's odd that we just kind of brought it up, and it's... When is open wide Friday wide?
Well,
when?
Friday.
Go to the movie trailer section. I really don't know. Oh, okay, right there.
Let me see it.
And it's called what? The Bridge?
The Bridge, yeah.
We're on Apple.com. I want to see the trailer real fast.
We don't see it.
Yep.
Swiggy, help me out. Call back.
You on trailers?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, bro?
No, I was just saying, people, they just get up on the ledge, and they sit there, and they just fall over. And the director was talking about after the screening this weekend that every time somebody would get on the ledge, they would immediately call the bridge services to try to get them saved. And over the course of the year, I guess they saved 6 people, but a lot of times they couldn't save them. They just right in the water.
The film crew would call?
Yeah, because, they were trying to say, as a documentary filmmaker, sometimes you just want to, film what you want, but they couldn't, in their right minds, let these people kill themselves without even trying.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess they have other things to do, though.
Did they call right away, or was it kind of like, is this in focus?
No, they said the second somebody put their leg over the railing, they would immediately do it. They would immediately call the bridge services on speed dial.
Right.
It's really disturbing, and just to see this long shot of a bridge and then this splash in the water. And yeah, they do. They talk to a lot of the families and stuff. And they actually talked to one kid who survived.
Well,
it's just creepy.
I think that's their way of justifying what is pretty much a snuff film, is to have conversations with the family. Because, it is. Fucking snuff film, man.
People come here from all over the world, the trailer's saying.
Yeah, it's the #1 place that people...
Trailers are saying.
I guess they come from all over the world to jump, not to visit San Francisco for the sights and sounds.
Yeah. It's to kind of make a statement, big bridge.
And there's no railing. Apparently they talked to some committee to try to get a railing to go up, and the bridge committee won't do it for some fucking reason. Who knows?
Well, they're showing a kid on the edge of the bridge. Did they shoot that for the trailer, or is that an actual jumper?
They're an actual jumper. There's a kid with the long hair.
Well, the kid. They showed a kid. I'm watching the trailer on YouTube, by the way. Just put in the bridge trailer, and they showed a kid in a hoodie with the hood up, stepping over, getting ready to jump. Now they're showing an older guy in a baseball cap.
Like I said, they got 23 people that they actually shot.
Oh my God! Is this real?
Absolutely.
Or did they just do it for the film? They showed a guy contemplating, thinking, and then they showed him, stepping over the rail to get ready to jump. Here's another one. It looks like a woman with long hair in a black leather coat, getting ready to jump. Holy crap! I gotta see this movie.
I don't want to watch that.
They're not showing them actually jump. They're fading out just before they jump
because they want you to go.
These are actual jumpers, though. It's a documentary, obviously, right?
Yeah, documentary, real jumpers. The guy with the black hair, the whole movie sort of filmed around him. Apparently, the director sort of just followed him because he's an interesting guy for 93 minutes. And that's how long the movie is. And he's at the end of the movie.
Don't say the end. Don't say the end.
Yeah, don't ruin the ending. Don't.
Coming soon. I got to see this movie. How do I see this movie? How does one see this movie?
I saw it at the film festival this weekend. I guess they're doing that sort of thing now. And
get Roland on it.
Yeah, where's Roland?
I'm sure Roland will go through his contacts. I want all inquiries made.
Roland, we need you.
Roland?
What do you know about a movie called The Bridge? Go.
I don't.
It's a documentary about suicide jumpers in the
Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay.
Can you get the director?
Yeah.
We'll promote the hell out of this film. It looks really interesting.
Yeah, we'll promote it on CBS.
Creepy. It's a snuff film. He's going to have to take some guff from me.
Oh, I don't know about that, Ann. I think it's more just a documentary into the human psyche about the bridge and the fact that people are jumping.
No,
That looks really good. That's chilling. What's really creepy is you're watching them, and you're watching them stand there for a second, and you know they're just going over it. Like, whatever it is, she left me. She's gone. She's sleeping with him.
All right, Roland, there's two things you got to do. You got to get the people behind the bridge on our show
what is that noise?
immediately.
Hold on.
That's much more important than getting Elizabeth.
What is that noise?
It happens every day.
Is it my...
It might be your BlackBerry.
Yeah. And all the BlackBerries kind of make that noise in the in the mics.
Oh, man.
Don't throw it.
What happened?
You got two jobs. You got to find the people behind the bridge.
Right.
The director. I want to find out about this movie.
Okay.
And also maybe because I only care personally, I don't know, but I want to get Alice in Chains, the new version of Alice in Chains. You can't be Alice in Chains without Lane Staley, but they're attempting it. And they got a black lead singer, and supposedly sounds just like Lane Staley.
Really?
I've been checking out the videos on YouTube, but it's frustrating because the crowd just sings along with every Alice in Chains song, so you can't really tell how good his vocals are. But they're playing the Electric Factory next Thursday and the Nokia Theater here in New York City, November...
Okay, yeah, I'll call...
1 and 2, November 1st and 2nd.
Did you want to go tickets for those?
I absolutely want to go to the shows, and I also want to get the band in to perform live.
Okay.
That would be freaking cool, acoustically or something.
Okay.
Why would that be tough?
I don't know. Getting them in live, I would love it.
I think they have nothing to lose, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Live Nation's a fan of the show, and they do like...
I think Jerry Cantrell would go for it.
Yeah.
That would be great exposure on the CBS end. Get them to play a couple songs acoustically with the new singer.
Yeah, interview and that, yeah.
I'm a little frustrated they're going on with Lane. They should call the band something else, but I want to see what they're all about.
Okay.
Well, it's like AC/DC went on. It's a bad example because he was bigger than Bon Scott was.
Yeah.
Is that
you never know what they're going to create.
I'm trying to think. Is there any other bands besides AC/DC that were bigger after their lead singer dropped?
Well, Iron Maiden, but he didn't die. Dion didn't die.
Yeah.
But they went on with
right.
Bruce
There are other
Dickinson.
ones, too. Van Halen.
There's a lot to say that, they did more with Sammy Hagar than David Lee Roth.
Stunk.
They did.
Can't trust the dead. What's that? Well, could this be love? Shut up.
I think it was I Can't Drive 50, Could This Be Love?
Yeah, like they fucking, could this be love? Overrated guitar licks and that fucking, he was great, but enough already with Eddie Van Halen. Could you hear Eruption? Yes!
Coming soon, New York on October 27th, the bridge opens.
Oh.
October 27th is what? We got another week, right? And then
Is that a Friday? Or Friday?
Why did we bring that up? And it's opening
I'll tell you why.
This week.
This is the way my mind works. Let me put these on first. I was sitting there, dude, and I'm thinking to myself. No, I saw it on the fucking television. There was something about
Did
the Golden
you?
Gate Bridge. No, I just saw the goal. I'm like, why didn't we ever?
I didn't hear about this for a year. Like a year went by since we talked about it.
There was a bridge on the TV, and it just reminded me of. Wasn't there something? It was just it clicked a little something inside me, Anthony. Anthony, I don't believe in coincidence.
It's great the movie's coming out because we thought they squashed the project or whatever.
Fate.
Is it Friday the 27th coming out?
Yeah. Yes.
I'd like an answer.
That's pretty cool. I'll be. Let's say hi to Dale the trucker. Dale.
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, Dale.
Over you.
Oh, wonderful. I was calling to comment about, you were talking about the guy that took over for Lane Staley with Alice in Chains. I saw them in Houston 2 Sundays ago at the Buzz Fest, and the guy, William Duvall, I'll tell you what, it's very creepy to hear this guy sing. You close your eyes and you swear to God that Lane was up on stage.
Do we have any?
Yeah, can we get some off YouTube?
I want to hear some. Sure. Not live. Is there any studio from these guys
I don't
yet?
think. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone else would.
I want to hear. All right, even live then. I want to hear something out of this guy, and not if you close your eyes. You have to close your eyes.
Well, yeah,
he's a black man.
Skinny black guy with this big afro. He's got an amazing range, and he can hit the notes and hold them just like Lane did. So it's kind of creepy.
Where's this guy from?
I don't know. I just now found out what his name was the other day, but
I think he's from Malawi. Is he from Malawi?
You mean his real name or the name that people just call him when they don't know it?
They said his name was William Duvall.
Yeah.
Or Duvall or something like that.
I'm not familiar with Alice in Chains.
Oh, my God.
I know they are.
Pretty good.
But I don't know any of their
Every
stuff.
song.
I love Nirvana, love Kurt Cobain, but Lane Staley had a much better voice.
The songs were all just
fucking believable, man.
All the hits.
Pick up Alice in Chains Unplugged, you'll thank me.
Yeah,
doesn't get any better than that.
That is a good one.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Fat envelope.
Let's go to Matt in Atlanta. Matt, what's up?
Hey, boys. William Duvall, I think, is from down here in Atlanta, and his relation to the band is when Jerry Cantrell was doing his solo tour stuff, he either sang backup with Jerry, or he was in the opening band, and so that's how they hooked up. But they were down here in Atlanta last Tuesday, and I've got a little Nikon little pocket camera, and it's got a video mode on it. And so all the shows that I go to now, I shoot video. And one of the girls that I went with commented after the show how she could hear a Lane Staley background vocal track running in the background, and I didn't really notice it, but the next day when I was looking at some of the video that I shot, you could clearly hear a Lane Staley background vocal track running in the background.
Oh, that's how they get the job done.
What do you mean?
He is a good singer. He can hit the notes. He blends well. He harmonizes well, but they're definitely running a background track.
Well, the videos I've seen on YouTube, the crowd is just going nuts for this version. They're just going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew every word to every song. It was probably one of the most satisfying concerts I've been to. You know, I'm 32, and I grew up in that whole, you know, grunge thing, and I'm like you up, you know.
Gen X. You're a Gen Xer.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, STP and all those guys, so it was very satisfying to see it, but a little, I don't know, mixed emotions, a little bit disappointed they were running those background tracks, but if that's the closest I can get to seeing Lane Staley, then I'll take it.
Two of my favorite bands of all time I never got to see live, Nirvana and Alice in Chains. I just thought maybe Kurt would be around a little longer. Yeah. I had an opportunity when I was working at BAB on Long Island, and I blew it off, and I'm to this day pissed off I never got to see
You could have went to see them back then?
Yeah. Never got to see Alice in Chains or Nirvana. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the info. Sonny Ferrelli. What's up, Sonny?
Hey, you're talking about bands that had famous singers before and then went to another singer and became famous as well. I think you got to put Pink Floyd in there too, because you know Syd Barrett had some fame with Pink Floyd before he went off the deep end, and then you know his replacement there.
Hey, wasn't "Wish You Were Here" about him? Someone told me that. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, there was a couple of albums that were actually written about him.
A lot of songs were written about him. "Shine on You, Crazy Diamond" was written about Syd Barrett.
Is that a good song?
Yeah,
that's a great song.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great album.
Hey, guys, congratulations on the ratings in Boston there.
Yeah, we did pretty well up there, Sonny.
Yeah. Hey, and don't forget Pesa Polka.
And that man
is back.
And the singer you're referring to was, of course, Roger Walters, right? Roger Waters.
Yeah.
Roger Waters.
Roger Waters.
Someone on the instant feedback saying Leonard Skinner bigger after their lead singer died.
No, not in legendary status. We mean with the new singer.
Like when it comes to AC/DC, I'd rather listen to, you know, the newer stuff. Well, not the newer stuff, but the stuff after, what's his name there?
Bon Scott.
Bon Scott died.
Oh, I thought this was a Curious George book. Bon Scott was very good, though. You can listen to his old stuff. I mean, he was very enjoyable.
Jeremy in Cleveland, what's up?
Hey, guys, just calling again to give the wild promotion for the side of XM. Now, I don't have to be sinister. Basically, you go to opieandanthony.com or your local radio station. If those fuckers decide to make WOW stickers, you put it on your car or you write it in the dirt on your car. Write WOW, you ride around, you might see a pair of tits like I did this morning after I called the first time.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I saw a very, very nice pair of teardrop tits, man. She was a lovely girl. Oh, very beautiful.
I love teardrop
And by the way, Alter Bridge made themselves a lot bigger since they got rid of Scott Stapp from Creed. I think they're starting to take off now.
No, they're not. Creed was...
Yeah, I kind of like them, man. I hated them when they were Creed. I thought they sucked, but...
They're much bigger as Creed, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even
the alcoholic.
You can't even compare the two.
Creed. I hate that whole fucking style.
Oh, that stylish singing
Eddie
blows.
Vedder. Like all these songs fucking Cher.
Joe in Jersey. Joe.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
What's up, Joe?
The replacement singer for Pink Floyd was David Gilmour, not Roger Waters. However, Roger Waters did write most of the stuff.
There you go.
That other singing style I hate. My parents don't get me. I have to go out and make a life for myself. That singing style annoys the piss out of me. There's 80 bands doing it.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Enough.
I'm sick of fucking rock stars wearing suits, by the way, and sport jackets with their fucking sullen looks and their little faggoty 1960s British hairdos.
Emos.
Stop it.
They're called emos.
They're trying to be like really like retro and yet really attractive. Fucking douchebags. Just put on a fucking
androgynous.
Put on a Kiss T-shirt and fucking rock out, and then go fuck your mother.
Okay.
We'll do that first. Makes the show better. Because your dick smells.
Let's go to CJ in Georgia. CJ.
Yeah, no one brought up Journey. They got rid of Steve Perry, but they got someone that looked and sounded exactly fucking like him.
Yeah. But they're not bigger without him. The point we were making is people that go on to like really big things, not bands that just survive.
That, but no one else got a long lost twin though.
Yeah, but I think they put out an album of new material and it didn't go anywhere, right?
Well, they put out a DVD and a reunion thing, and the DVD was actually really entertaining.
Some bands could pull it off, and then other bands, they just turn it into a tribute band. Journey's a tribute band at this point.
My God, what a fucking piece of garbage I am. Black Sabbath went on without Ozzy.
Yeah.
They weren't as successful, but Ronnie James Dio was really good. And those fucking 2 albums in the studio, and the live album they did, 3 albums, they did very well with Dio.
I was listening to the Ozzy interview we did a few days ago.
Oh, they replayed it?
And yeah, I heard you mentioning that whole thing with Dio and Ozzy's take on the whole thing.
Yeah, he was nice about it. He's like, I was trying to just kind of shit on Dio because I just love Ozzy, but he's like, no, man, I like the stuff they did.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to turn off the instant feedback.
Oh, what now?
Some guy from his cell phone. Hey, Opie, when talking to the police guy, you didn't even mention Nirvana or Alice in Chains as a favorite band. Stay consistent. I said growing up, one of my favorite bands was The Police. Nirvana and Alice in Chains weren't around yet.
In the 90s, you were supposed to still be a huge Police fan? What?
There was a time my favorite bands were Zeppelin and Sabbath, believe it or not. Oh. And then I went on to like kind of that new wave crap with The Police and early U2.
The Knack?
And then I got
into the Knack?
Then I got into the Black Crowes. Oh, you got to throw R.E.M. in there, too, unfortunately. Early R.E.M. with U2 and The Police.
Why,
and
unfortunately?
R.E.M.
A lot of people were into that.
And then I moved on to the Black Crowes, Alice in Chains, and Nirvana. It's constantly changing. But as far as my top bands of all time, I would say U2, Black Crowes, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and still Zeppelin.
Never got into
Easily.
Crowes.
I know.
Never got into Black Crowes. Too
I don't know any of this
bluesy,
stuff.
too friggin'. Yeah,
I don't
never
know
got
any of
into
it.
him.
What's a Black Crowes song that's really popular that I probably know?
Twice as hard.
Don't know it. I might have heard it. And
you don't know any Black... You have to know.
I do.
This song?
I'm going to tell you that.
They're good, and the voice is good and everything, but there's just something about when it all put together, I didn't really bite.
Well, I'll take it a step further. I actually wasn't a huge fan of their hits.
No?
No.
You've heard this, right? A slide guitar going on in there.
They would have been a great 70s band.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That was definitely
the problem. That was the problem with the Black Crowes. Like they had a problem. They had a huge following. They still have a huge following. They did great. But if they came about in the 70s, forget about it.
Okay.
I'll turn you on to a song. You got Black Moon Creeping?
I've never heard that, but it's good. I mean, it's like it's cool.
Yeah, I ain't going out of my way to hear it though. You know what I mean?
I don't. There's some. I like the fact that I don't know a lot of this music because I discover it. And I find it's
new
fun.
to you.
It's all new to me.
It's all brand new to Jimmy.
When fucking he turned me on to Nirvana Unplugged, I was the first time I'd heard it, and
that was last week, right?
Oh, stop! Get out! If you were closer, I'd pinch you.
Ooh, not too long ago, though.
It was on the way to Boston a couple years ago, and I liked it. I was like, all right, I went out and bought it. And
an illustrated book about birds.
I'm not a huge Nirvana fan, but I do like that CD.
They got a live version of Black Moon Creeping. This is what I liked about the Black Crowes. Not all their...
Well, now.
But see, this is a live version. It's not going to work. The riff in this song is just amazing. I forget it. It's a Black Crow show. It could be a 30-minute version.
That's Chris Robinson, right?
Forever.
Yeah.
You had him in studio in Boston years ago?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Good, Jimmy.
Yeah, him and Kate Hudson.
Yeah, she didn't talk, but he talked for a while. We got pictures of him and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know who the motherfucker is.
Van Halen was better after Roth.
Who says that? Besides, who is that from Sammy H in L.A.?
Let's not forget about Genesis. Yes, after Peter Gabriel left the band, the band
Phil Collins,
became massive.
Phil Collins, yeah.
Let's say hi to James in D.C. James.
Hey, yeah, that type of music you guys are talking about everybody's doing now, it's called emo music.
Yeah, emo.
We're into that.
That's what I said.
Taking Back Sunday and all that stuff. Hey, and I saw you guys on Letterman last night. I was too much of a douche to catch it the first time.
Oh.
But you guys were incredible. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Thank you, my good friend.
Well, Howard said we sucked on Letterman. You know, more lies from him.
You did better, Howard, than he does.
Yeah, the appearance was so good they reran it. They don't rerun every Letterman show. They pick the best ones and they rerun them. And we were lucky enough to be rerun last night.
Very lucky.
What is emo music, actually? I'm starting to hear that term more and more. What does it mean?
That whole thing. It's those guys that have the hair that kind of is like straight black hair to the side, down to their shoulder, and they just whine about like life. It's what is emo short for? Emotional?
Ew.
They're like
really?
Emotional.
No, it's homo spelled wrong. They're fucking wearing like a velour suit jacket and jeans. It's just horrid.
Oh, Death Cab for Cutie is in emo
I don't want to go down to see you.
Do we have a good example?
Yeah.
Does Derek know what an emo song would be?
No, he doesn't know.
Does that faggot Travis know?
Oh, hey.
Travis, pick an emo song, and let's hear a little of what emo is.
Travis, a fan of the emo? Are you? Yeah.
Emo, homo.
You're an emo?
Yeah,
you are an emo, aren't you? Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look the part. Emo is like goth without the makeup on. It's like they got that same straight black hair.
They're all looking sullen.
Yeah, very like that. They took their makeup off and just got all emotional.
It's like these deep, archy thinkers.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're fucking whingy environmentalists.
All right, Bert from Philly. Emo equals emotional punk rock. Emo equals check out what Sarah said by Death Cab for Cutie.
Check out what Sarah said by Death Cab Cutie. Can you find that?
Death Cab 4.
Dirk
Cootie. You got it?
Look at him.
He's
working his ass off. He's sweating.
Hey, Derek,
He's
you want to
wiping
name
his head.
You want to name this segment "Floundering Ass Behind the Booth"?
Look at him.
Oh, he's gonna get some fucking smoothie splashed all over him.
He looks like the guy just getting the message from Apollo 13. He looks that panicked looking at that screen. What?
He doesn't even know we're talking about him.
The song is, he wants it again. What was it again? It's updating way too fast.
Something with Sarah.
Stop with Fall Out Boy over and over again. All right, I see it, Chris. You got it? All right, here's what Sarah said by Death Cab for Cutie.
Fucking pompous piano beginning.
Yeah.
Who's this, Than?
Heart. Who's this?
Tickling the ivories. All right, start singing.
You're hurting.
Faggot.
We get it.
Yeah. Hear the pain in the music.
His eyes are closed and he plays this.
Every plan is a tiny print of Father Time.
Deep meaning, man. You gotta hear the words, man. What happened? What happened to music?
What happened was Coldplay got huge. They're all doing Coldplay. Versions of Coldplay.
A real rock band needs to pop up and punch these faggots in the face.
And this is not awful. It's just, who cares?
Well, it's just...
It doesn't stink.
Milk toast.
Yes. Milk toast.
It all goes back to Coldplay.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what kind of spurred this on?
Absolutely. A guy in a freaking piano. Spilling out his emotions. All right, William Duvall, the new lead singer of, quote, Alice in Chains. I asked to find a song. They found Damn That River. Thanks for finding a hit.
By the way, on the piano theme, some fans send you the greatest shit. I got something somebody sent me I want to thank this guy for. It was, remember I did Beth on the piano? And I did a nice job. We all knew. that was good.
Of course.
He met Lydia Chris, who the song I believe was written about, and told her about it. So she signed a picture and said, "Thanks for redoing my song."
Wow.
So thank you to the fan who sent me that signed picture of Peter Chris and his wife. Peter didn't sign it, but she did. This is a cool thing to get.
Yeah, that's kind of even cooler.
Yeah. That's going up on the wall.
Very cool. So here's William Duvall doing Alice in Chains, Damn That River.
I need a hit. It's a tribute band. Not bad.
Wait,
live.
can you
live.
You can hear the vocals in the background, the track.
Oh.
Sing along.
Jerry Cantrell's doing the lower vocal there. Oh. But then the lead singer goes low and you hear someone up higher. Listen to the high note at the end of this. Yeah,
that's all right.
He's not
the music is good.
He's not hitting him. Sorry.
Lane had such a unique voice.
Yeah, and great range.
It's
bastard.
Well, they're doing well though. William Duvall singing the Alice in Chains songs with Jerry Cantrell. All right, we'll take a break. We got Heather
Robert
Mills.
Duvall.
The latest on Heather Mills. It's pretty interesting stuff, actually. She's claiming a lot of crap as far as her marriage to Paul McCartney.
Uh-oh.
We'll get into that next.
Lady McCartney used to have 2 feet. Plain to see your lower halves incomes lead. Save lots of money, got a great excuse. Get half price on pedicures, boots and shoes. Every night she takes off her prosthetics. Hops in circles when she tries to run. Yes, she only has to tie one shoelace. She has a stub. Lady McCartney always has a pet. Woodpeckers, they gather beneath her dress.
stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop.
She has a stop. Lady McCartney outside on the deck. Guess the raid this time I'm chewing on your leg. Tuesday afternoon, she's looking sexy. Then I lift her skirt and see that stump. Close my eyes and fantasize while effing. She has a stub. Lady McCartney, or should I say Eileen? How you gonna curtsy when you meet the Queen?
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show.
It was a very funny parody by Brother Joe.
Yeah. Well, Heather Mills and Paul McCartney are in the news today.
You got to say it right, Op. They're headed for Splitsville.
Oh. Yeah, apparently Paul is going to make some kind of a statement
any minute now.
10 o'clock. And what's it going to be? I mean,
I know what it is, actually. He's having a left shoe sale. Pristine, never used. You can use them to fucking like hold candles in.
You could drink at him if you want. There's never ever been worn. Oof.
Well, Heather Mills is saying some pretty crazy things today.
Is she?
He's a dope. He deserves it. No.
Beatles divorce bombshell. We got the audio.
Uh-oh, a bombshell?
Well, there are some new and pretty shocking allegations this morning from the estranged wife of former Beatle Paul McCartney. The Daily Mail in London is reporting lawyers for Heather Mills filed court papers alleging McCartney abused her. NBC's Donna Friesen is in London this morning. And Donna, what is Mills specifically accusing McCartney of doing, according to the Daily Mail?
I'm hiding.
Well, this newspaper claims to have seen these documents that Mills filed in response to McCartney's divorce petition, and in it, Mills claims that McCartney beat her up, including when she was pregnant, and there are a lot of very detailed allegations.
I hope he did. I hope he did. Hope he kicked her fake leg out and she fell over.
Come on. Are you kidding?
Bang, bang, McCartney's fleshy fist went into her belly.
Help. I need some
help. This sounds like posturing for a divorce. You always vie for position. It's like bargaining. It's like any other contract negotiation. She is positioning herself so then you could take some stuff off of what she's saying in exchange for hold card hash.
He deserves
cold hard cash.
He deserves whatever he gets. No, you have children, grown children, and you marry this fucking alleged ex-prostitute, according to Adnan Khashoggi. Ooh. You marry this fucking chick and don't get a prenup. That's what you do to your kids. You deserve the raping you're about to get.
Give away the fortune.
Those kids must want her dead.
If you write yesterday, you could beat up any woman you want.
Even if you don't write yesterday. Even if you hum it in the shower.
A lot of very detailed allegations broken down into very specific days, incidents exactly, she claims when they occurred and exactly where, 4 incidents of alleged physical abuse. Heather Mills apparently claims that McCartney choked her, stabbed her with a broken wine glass, and pushed her into a bathtub. Now, the Daily Mail report also claims that McCartney behaved in a vindictive, punitive manner towards Heather Mills, that he used illegal drugs and consumed alcohol to excess despite promises that he would stop, that he was verbally abusive, that he didn't want her to breastfeed after their daughter was born, that he made her cancel a crucial operation on the stump of her amputated leg because it would have interfered.
What?
There it is.
He made her cancel an operation
on her stump.
The stump. Oh, what was she going to have done? Have fucking jewels put into it? So it doesn't look as bad?
A crucial operation.
Oh, good for you. He probably sick of smelling that thing. Fucking every time she took the leg off, the whole house would smell like rotted flesh. Or it would smell like, you ever smell an ass crack that was sweaty but it's not anymore? That's probably what her fucking stump would smell like. Fucking hairy crack. He was sick of it. He'd had enough.
Let's hear that again.
After their daughter was born, that he made her cancel a crucial operation on the stump of her amputated leg because it would have interfered with his holiday plans, and that after she'd had the operation on her leg and she had trouble getting up to go to the bathroom, he objected to her buying an antique bedpan because he supposedly said it would be like being in an old woman's home.
Yeah, he didn't want his hot wife shitting in the bed? The nerve of him. He's a beetle.
With an old-fashioned bedpan. Yeah, he's a beetle.
How about this? Sleep in the bathroom. You'll be inconvenienced, not the money maker.
I'm not going to let you operate on your stump. I'm going to throw you in the bathtub.
Breaking news, Paul McCartney to issue statement on estranged wife's abuse allegations.
This cunt's full of shit. End of statement.
Oh, man. This
wow.
is gonna get ugly.
I hope he's perplexed, but it slips and he goes, I'm stumped.
I'm stumped.
Everything he says.
Yeah.
I know up here giving statements it sounds like I'm just stumping for myself, but I'm stumped at her allegations.
Now let's deal with the first leg.
She doesn't have a leg to stand on with these allegations.
That's the line.
Yeah. We end with this.
Lawyers for both sides are refusing to comment. Friends of Paul McCartney, though, are saying that he is shocked and devastated by the allegations. He denies it completely. He can't believe he would ever be accused of such behavior, and that he intends to fight it in court. So expect a lot more mudslinging ahead.
She says I'm a heel.
What do you expect from... She probably said he would always yell at her because every time he bought her an ankle bracelet, it would be lost in 3 minutes. Fucking.
They don't make stump bracelets.
Bedpan because he supposedly said it would be like being in an old woman's home. Pretty damning stuff. Maybe it's the kind of thing divorce lawyers hear all the time, but it sounds pretty sordid to me, and frankly, we don't know if any of it is true. Alex?
And interesting, you mentioned the divorce attorneys. If I'm not mistaken, haven't the two of them hired the same attorneys that Prince Charles and Princess Diana used?
They have. Heather Mills has hired the same lawyer
it turns
that
out
Princess
the same
Diana
way,
had,
too.
and Paul McCartney has the same lawyer that Prince Charles had. So I guess you could say there's as much at stake in this end of this marriage as there was in that one.
English
at this point, lawyers for both sides are refusing to comment. McCartney is, as we mentioned at the beginning, expected to issue a statement soon, but friends of his are already reported as saying that he's shocked and devastated by the allegations, that he'll deny it completely, that he can't believe he would ever be accused of such behavior, and that he intends to fight it in court. So expect a lot more mudslinging ahead.
Yeah, and that can come certainly from the attorneys. But
He's just a dummy for falling for this one.
And he had a kid with her. He had to throw the one leg over his shoulder while the other one batted against his chest.
Thunk.
Like a door being batted around in the wind. Her rotten stump. What an ass he is.
Let's go to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony!
Hey, you know what? This guy's got more money than fucking God. I hope he fucking takes this cunt to the cleaners and just fights everything. Because if he loses $200 million beating this bitch out of the money, fuck her.
He should just have her killed.
See you later.
All right.
We interrupt this program to bring you the ozone midget sighting of the day.
Hey, who saw this coming? Hey, Scott, what's up?
Hey, guys. Hey, I had to call you, man. It just happened like 10 minutes ago.
Fresh.
This guy is in a roll-off truck, and he's with this hot-ass blonde in this truck, and the guy jumps out, and it's a little midget, and he's under the door. He's not even tall as the door.
Driving a truck with a dumpster on the back?
Yeah, a roll-off truck.
Yeah, I know.
And so he's dumping the load, and this hot-ass blonde gets out of the truck, and she has to open the gate for him because he's too short because they're hauling concrete. But
That's adorable.
She was the sweetest chick. And you know what the name of his company is?
Pee-wee's
Hauling.
Get out Pee-wee's Hauling?
I swear to you, man. You guys want his number? I'll get his number, man. It was hilarious. This cat was 3 foot tall, if that.
All right, give us the number off air. We'll call to see if you're telling the truth.
Okay.
Hold on, Scott.
Meanwhile, back at the show...
So Maxwell's silver bedpan. That is from Cody the Trucker on Pal Talk.
It's very funny. My favorite album by the Beatles was Rubber Sheets.
Hey, why is Big A
Rubber Soul, SOLE?
Only has one soul.
Why is Big A creeping out that chick out there?
Can we interview him? Let's talk.
Big A,
to him.
why the arm around the girl? Come in here.
Ooh.
There's something going on today.
Here he comes.
Yeah, here it comes. All smooth and shit.
Yeah. Wearing a jacket with racing stripes on it. He actually looks like the car itself.
Hi, Big A.
A big guy.
Did he go back for more colonic? What? You didn't go back for more colonics? She said that you got cement in you.
Yeah, what are you doing?
They don't want you dropping dead.
What are you doing?
We want that, but
why didn't you go back?
Actually, I'm trying the other product, the Aloes.
Aloes?
Aloes you're going to try?
Yeah.
What, the powder or the... I hear the powder tastes like crap.
Yes.
It's a little rough, huh?
It does, yeah. I tried it since Sunday. And, yeah, it's a little nasty, but...
I don't know.
Anything coming out?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You put it in a fire hose and fire it up your ass.
They're probably like
it's
little
gonna work.
pellet planks right now, like little hard...
Bloop, bloop, bloops.
You'll eventually get a big smooth one, like one that rips all that plaque off the colon wall.
That's what you're looking for?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
You want to get rid of that shit, man.
Taking those dumps where your ass is completely wet when you're done from splashback. Is that what you're getting now?
So you're sitting
dry
there.
your ass off.
That's Tanya from Pal Talk. All the Pal Talk people helped her. She had a problem where she lives. So now, what's going on, Big A?
Yeah, what's with the arm around?
Yeah, why the arm around
There's
the girl?
three of them on the couch, and there's a gentleman on the end, a young 18-year-old. She's in the middle, and Big A is on her left. And he's kind of sitting on the couch, relaxed. And he's got his big right arm, like, not on her, but, like, back behind her. But he's kind of hardying it up.
Pulling the move that usually you do before you put the arm down on the girl's shoulder.
Right. And then eventually her neck, right?
Vodio-do-do.
So what's that about?
Just friends, just...
Are you cool with him? Kind of cool? Sort of cool? You're fine with that? All right, it just looked a little weird. It looked like
she asked me to come to the walkover.
Yeah.
And I came, down and just hanging out.
Yeah.
I love the comments. He really is a tapping fool.
Oh, they see the fingers going.
Yeah. Oh, the fingers are great. We're used to that by now, man.
Well, so are you getting vibes?
No, but just friends hanging out, that's all.
Yeah, you're very famous on the show now. You getting, pussy?
From the show?
Not at all.
Nothing, huh?
No.
No?
What are we going to do about that?
You should be getting something, yeah.
What kind of chick you looking for? What is it you want, buddy?
Yeah, what's your ideal woman?
Dead.
Yeah, in a mausoleum.
The one who says yes. Oh.
Screaming from a well.
Yeah, the chick from from the ring. All right, so you want someone who says yes?
Yeah.
How do we not get fucking our friend laid? How do we not get Big A laid?
Yeah, what's the problem, Big A?
I don't know.
Does it have to be a girl?
Yes, it does.
I was just going to blurt out, that's a tough one. Jesus.
No, it ain't. We
Sitting
make
right
enough
here.
money. We pay for them.
What about the chick that gave you the colonic?
Feel anything for her?
She wanted to see what was cooking in your oven or whatever she said.
She had an annoying laugh. Holy G.
You think?
Holy G.
And Big A is saying that.
I had to hear it like hundreds.
Over and over and over again.
Over, yeah.
What do you got cooking in your oven over here?
Oh my God.
What does she look like, Andrew?
The video's up on YouTube. She's horrendous.
She fat?
She's not fat. She's just horrendous. Right?
Yes.
Can I see her, fan?
Okay. Yeah, check out the videos on YouTube. Big A and his colonic.
Fucking Big A. You gotta clean out that colon, though, man. You gotta add years to your life. Get more fingers up there. It's fun. Trust me.
You get some energy
going.
Digits.
So you're sitting kind of close to Tanya. You're checking her out. Yeah. Would you?
Yeah.
Would you?
Would you?
Would you? She can't.
Would you?
Yes, you can.
Oh, of course you would do her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a quick yes. That was a very sudden turn of events. Well, I don't know. Yes, savagely, until she passed out.
Big A knows you got to lay the proper foundation for a relationship, and he's cultivating one in his ass.
Yes.
Wow.
He wants to shit them a summer home.
Kind of lost confidence at the end of that one. Thank you, Jimmy.
Well, why? Yours did well, and I jumped in with a complete bomb line after. Shit them a summer home. Oh my fucking! I'm Shecky nobody. Nice shirt. Did you fall through an awning?
All right, here's Big A's
I want to see the
shit doctor or whatever she's
Shit
called.
doctor.
The
Dr. Shit
the
to
colonic
surgery.
lady. They're interviewing him. Bill's interviewing. Just move forward or
He's
something.
just got his arm around Than now. They're both looking at a woman shoving a pipe up a guy's ass.
She hasn't
What
made
else
an
the two
appearance
guys
yet. There's a bunch of videos
gonna do
on YouTube. Big A gets a colonic. We're looking at part 1, the interview. Where is she? She might not appear in this one.
Sorry, I'm just making Big A noises for the hell of it.
Oh, she is in there?
She's in the clip.
All right, here we go. I think this is the doctor. There she is.
Is that her?
Oh, my God. She's horrific.
Really? Really?
Oh, my God. She looks like somebody. She looks like...
jerk you off?
She looks like...
Slipper 20.
Oh, my God. She looks like an actress. Character actress.
Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, little Shelley Duvall. Absolutely.
Really?
An older version of Shelley Duvall is pretty close, yeah.
Wow.
Definitely. All right, let's say hi to Jay in Richmond. Jay, what's up?
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, listen, Big A, I'm just curious. Did you feel better after that colonic or what? Or was that just a big waste of time?
Well,
Well, he wants to know if you
wasn't
guys-
much.
You think?
Huh?
Very much what?
Actually, the first time it's just a waste of time because
Waste. That would be good if it was, but it wasn't in your case. A waste of time, nothing comes out?
because everything.
Kind of like his mouth.
Yeah, his ass is just like his mouth. His shit's just stuttering, trying to get out. Locking up.
All right. By the way, DJ Anal Light Bulb writes, Jesus, the woman squeezes shit out of a fat guy's asses, or out of fat guys' asses. Who do you expect, Scarlett Johansson?
No, we didn't expect fucking Jake Johansson. Hey, Big A, what would you say was the most uncomfortable part of the whole experience?
Most uncomfortable part was the insertion of the tube the second time.
The second time?
Why the second time?
Because that was no
Wouldn't
tube.
the first time be a problem?
That was a friend of the doctor's.
Actually, first time it was only an inch in. It wasn't that uncomfortable. But second time it seemed a little farther in.
So you could take an inch up your ass pretty good, huh? Doesn't hurt? Is that what you're saying?
She put more girth on the other one?
Yeah.
She just wanted to see how much you could take.
A little fatter.
What was the reason given for the second time, and why further up? Please tell me you asked. I'd be asking, like, what the fuck?
Oh, I thought you meant,
No,
please tell me you asked to have it shoved further up my ass.
Actually,
you just sat there and took it?
Like a man.
No, it was more of aggressive. That's when she did it manually because it was more aggressive. The first time it was just getting me, used to the colonics.
Right. Well, you should have saw the. You should have known when you looked at the prices up, and the one she was giving you on the wall was the Elton John. I am stumbling over every fucking line coming out of my mouth today. Christ on a pony.
Still enjoyable.
Jesus. Stuttering prick.
All right, Big A. Have fun with
Be
the lovely
smooth,
lady.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, be smooth.
Yeah, a little smooth.
Yeah.
You put on deodorant?
Yeah.
Because you put your arm around a girl without deodorant on,
What kind of
her
deodorant?
shoulder smells like B.O.
Dude, when your arm's around her, drop the hand and then go for a booby feel.
Grab
Here's what you do.
cup of
You
feel.
lean in and you whisper something to her and you laugh good-naturedly and you nuzzle her head with your nose like...
Booby feel? One booby feel? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Overshirt, undershirt, what?
Oh, you just got thumbs up for a booby feel. All right, let's. We're gonna check out your technique.
Big egg. Let's see your technique. Don't just grope it like a radio knob.
Yeah, I want to see how smooth
Come
you
on.
are.
Be smooth.
All right, Big A heading back out onto the couch.
Onto the couch.
We have like a studio audience every day, by the way.
Yeah.
Remember, we have like 7 or 8 people out there.
Now
Big A's got his arm around her.
He's on the back
what
of
a
the
good girl
couch.
she is.
Now he's making his move. He's pulling her close. She's got her shirt up. Now he's going under her arm, really reaching, and he's grabbing tit.
She's letting you, Andrew. You don't have to be smooth about it. She was letting him, and he's still trying to sneak it in.
Yeah.
He's so used to sleeping chicks on the bus and copying. He's so used to copying feels of a girl who's passed out or / bludgeoned.
Going elbow titting.
Yeah.
All right, Big A, let's
the
see
elbow tits in a fucking cancer ward.
Let's see that technique again. Let's
He hits
go.
breastplate.
See, she's more than willing, though. She's like wowing Big A. Big A.
Wow.
So
Oh,
creepy.
he's going to squeeze it off.
Oh, he actually reached in front of her and pinched it as one would. He looked like Don Corleone checking fruit.
He looked like, you know how
pinched it like you pinch a baby's cheeks. Like that's what he did. He grabbed it just like you were going to go, oh, goo, 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 goo.
He worked it like you work a stress ball.
Look
Like
how
it-
big you've gotten.
Like it was filled with sand and he had to squeeze really hard to get some of the stress out.
You're going to pinch the side of it and give it $5? Grandma?
Yeah. Why don't you hand it a bag full of change for losing a tooth? Fucking El Creepo. You don't squeeze it like this.
Yeah. He totally, it was between his pointer and middle finger and thumb.
Yeah.
And he just squeezed it. Oh, googie, googie.
All right, let's say hi to Peter in Massachusetts. Peter.
Morning.
Pieter.
What's up, Peter?
Oh, Anthony,
Yeah.
what does Christ on a pony mean? You've been saying that a lot lately. I've never heard that one.
I don't know. I picked it up out in California when I was a kid.
It's like Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah,
oh, shit.
Like, or shit in a handbag. You know, it's just a couple of things thrown together.
Well, it's
Christ on a
fucking
pony.
Stupid.
No, it's
I
not.
hate it. It's stupid.
No, it's
All
not,
right.
sir.
I'll never say it again.
There you go. All right.
All right, Al Sharpton is giving his support to Chris Rock's mom in a discrimination suit against the Cracker Barrel restaurant chain. Chris Rock's mother, Rose, claims a South Carolina Cracker Barrel would not serve her and her daughter. She says they were the only black customers at the time. Sharpton will announce at a rally today that his National Action Network will pay for the suit. Cracker Barrel says the chain does not tolerate any kind of discrimination.
Oh, look at the name. Well, it's Cracker Barrel.
Why would you go to Cracker Barrel?
Cracker? Cracker?
Do you think that really happened?
At the Cracker Barrel?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, why doesn't Roland try to get Chris Rock? Maybe he'll comment on it. Maybe
Because he's too busy getting Elizabeth Perkins.
It's Chris Rock's mother?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, let's get Chris Rock on the phone.
Cracker Barrel?
Did you almost say yes to Elizabeth Perkins?
Who is she?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I don't know who she is.
I was the first one to post a no on that one. She was the woman in Big that Tom played, you know.
Roland's
Tom
trying to
Hanks
get her on
loved
the
it
show.
and
That's all right. He's going to
It was
ask.
like,
We
you
say
know,
no.
I don't mind him asking, but, you know, that one was like,
Yeah.
thank you, no.
Yeah, I had to agree.
Not even
really can't see her sitting there and adding anything. So, Tom Hanks, you worked with him in Big.
But that when him and Robert Loggia were jumping on the piano,
The piano.
did you watch that live or just in the movie?
Oh, you weren't there for that part of the shoot. All right. What else have you done? Really? Okay.
I want big celebrities. I want Colin Powell, and I went to Forrest Whitaker.
Heather Mills.
I went Heather Mills.
Did we get the statement yet?
I went Forrest
Yeah,
Whitaker.
what's Paul's statement? He's behind schedule, as they say in England. Schedule. That's a silly way to say
I want Martin Sheen.
schedule.
I want Emilio Estevez. I talked to my manager. I said, can we get Robin Williams on the show? And he's going to try.
He knows, your people know his people.
Who?
We have some people on the newspapers. It's a dirty cop.
Which people do you mean? My people are his people.
Let's go to Jack in South Carolina. Jack?
Hey, fellas, I
Hey,
got it
Jack.
a couple months ago. Y'all are great. Hey, listen, I used to work at Cracker Barrel, and not the one there, but one in Florence, South Carolina. And we're racist a little bit, but we wouldn't make her sit like a whole hour. You know, I think that's just total bullshit.
You think? Like, I've gotten bad service in places, but I attributed it to bad service. I've sat there and waited and gone, hey, what the fuck? You know?
Have you walked out of a restaurant because they weren't serving?
Yes.
Serving you?
Yeah.
Servicing. Hello. Serving you?
Servicing me, yes.
Yeah, you sit around, you're like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this
you
all
go,
about?
fuck this,
and then
and
all of a
you
sudden you
leave.
get up and leave because, you know, they're short-staffed or something's going on.
But it happens to
But if it happens to a black person, then of course they have to think it's something else.
And then got to be racism.
Then you have to get Al Sharpton involved.
Rivernair.
It might have happened to her because she was black, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If nobody talked to her, if nobody said a word to her, how can they know they were being racist to her then?
Maybe there's more to the story they didn't report that proves that they were not serving her because of her color. Who knows?
I'm going to the rally today, and I'm gonna yell and holler words and shit, man. I'll be right. If she wants to be racist, we'll show her racist.
Sir, why do you need to call her name? She might be telling the truth.
Hate begets hate, my friend.
New York, what's up?
You can't do that.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I just want to call bullshit on Chris Rock's mom. I go to Cracker Barrel, and there's niggas there all the time eating the fried attic and whatnot.
Why do you have to use that language, sir?
Nick in Illinois.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Listen, me and my wife we're on the road. We're over the road truckers, and we've been to every Cracker Barrel you can imagine. Those people are so nice, it's almost sick.
Yeah.
They treat everybody like it's almost like I have this theory that one Cracker Barrel is has a dimensional portal, and the workers are all the same, and they just step through that portal to help you. That's how exactly the same every Cracker Barrel is.
I think you're overstating it, sir. They're the cure for cancer. I mean, they're relatively nice. They serve you slop.
So if I go into Cracker Barrel, I could beam myself somewhere. There's a porthole. What?
Those people they're saints.
It's amazing.
They treat me good. And
Cracker Barrel people.
Looking guy.
Dude, I asked for food. They bring it.
You know, one of the waitresses at the Cracker Barrel actually waved her hand over my water and turned it into wine. They're magnificent, miraculous people.
Okay. I'm not saying that he
overstated just a tad.
He was fucking, who are you, the CEO? His name is Fred Barrel. That's who that guy was.
The Opie and Anthony Show presents a Wild Bill production. Hey kid, need a ride?
Mister, what's that bumper sticker on your car?
That's a wow sticker.
What's a wow sticker?
Now you look tired. Need a ride home?
What's a wow sticker?
I put it on my van so women will flash me when they drive by. Listen, I've got some kittens in the back of my car.
Where can I get a wow sticker?
OpieandAnthony.com. Now listen, your mommy and daddy were in a terrible accident and asked me to drive you to the hospital.
Oh no! I hope mommy and daddy are okay.
Quick, get in.
Let go of my arm, you're hurting me.
Get in here.
Back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Anyone take a look at Mr. T's reality show?
No.
He's all over the tube
I just want to hear sound clips of it, though. I just want to hear sound. I've seen commercials for it.
Yeah.
And it looks awful.
I'll bet it's good, though. He helps people.
I pity the fool. See? And what he does is he goes around and finds people that he pities.
And then he helps them out, or what?
Yeah, but not like really pathetic, pitiful people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all retarded people.
Right, would be. I pity you.
And you're a fool.
Yeah.
I pity the blithering idiot. I pity the photographic embarrassment.
But, no. He just goes around and helps people that are, it's like, I kind of might be able to help this guy. But it doesn't sound as catchy as I pity the fool.
Right. He's got to do the catchphrase.
Yeah.
On every show.
Of course.
Hey, fool, sit up and pay attention. This ain't no time to nap. I got work to do, and I'm not gonna do it while you lay around like a couch potato. You know what I do to couch potatoes? I mash them up. Now, I ain't no shrink, but I don't shrink away from no challenge neither. I'm just teaching fools some basic rules, and there's no shortage of fools who need my help.
Fools?
Just listen to this letter I received the other day.
Listen to the piano. Listen to the piano.
No one wrote him a letter.
No, of course not.
Oh, my
Look
God.
at the letter that I received in 1985.
Fools. I like to play
Dear
foosball.
Mr. T,
My name is Scott Perlstein, and I'm the president of Nemeth Motors. I love selling cars, but unfortunately, this dealership is stuck in neutral.
Scotty, can you come into my office, please?
My father-in-law, Tom Nemeth, owns the business, and he drives me crazy.
If I go in this car, will it start?
Fargo?
I know you're busy, but I want you now.
And my sales staff?
This is not right. It's not right.
To be honest with you, the sales staff is pretty much asleep at the wheel.
I'm not making any money today.
Mr. T, we need your help.
I got the premise now.
I'm gonna sell some cars, fool.
So then he gets to sell some cars.
I'm a car salesman. I pity the fool don't buy this car.
This is a good car. I drive fast.
Shut up. You won't go on to clear coat on that. You don't want to clear coat?
Wow. What a weird show.
My mission is clear. Fixing the family feud, teaching right from wrong, and what they need the most, some fuel-injected motivation.
There's no artistic dignity.
I had to get to Nemeth Motors fast.
Fast? What did he take?
Oh, my
Does anyone
God.
know?
Wow.
He's got to have a gimmick how to get there.
Because I had to get them motors fast.
So there's got to be a gimmick. What is he driving? An 18-mobile?
I don't know. Hopefully it's a rickshaw.
Do you know?
Uh-oh.
Okay, let me guess. Hold on. It's got to be either an A-team looking mobile, but because of copyright infringements, it couldn't look exactly like it.
It's like Clayton Morris. It's a big van with sunglasses on it.
Is that it?
I say he dresses up like a superhero.
Superhero and walks. I'm thinking, I'm going to say sort of like an A-team van, but not exactly like it.
I think I know.
What?
He hops into the lap of a quadriplegic and smacks the back of the guy's head while he blows into a straw, tries to propel them forward.
Faster, fool. Blow harder. I got to get to sell cars. I don't care, you hyperventilating. Come on, I pity you, fool, but get this thing going.
Sam, he jogs there in an 80s workout suit.
Thank God.
I just happened to be right around the corner from the joint.
Thank God, my next guess would have been bad.
Thank you, Sam.
Really?
He ties his own feet to the back of a pickup truck.
Are you insane? All right, Grease Jim.
Sam's not black. His ancestors, Thomas Jefferson. He's not black. He doesn't have big lips, just a real big thumb. Well, his skin's kinda weird, it's not black or white. If he's white, then he's dark. If he's black, he's light. Who the hell can figure? Who the hell can figure? If Sam's white or a white or a yeah, we tease him, you know, 'cause he's white with an afro. Sam's not black. He's not black, don't smoke crack, he ain't black.
All right, back to the audio. So, workout gear from the 80s.
Here he comes.
Oh, my God.
All right. Hey, man, I'm glad to meet you. When that bell rings, there's another pop and soul, right?
Time to talk to these people and really get under the hood of Nemeth Motors. I'm not here to criticize you. I'm just coming here to help you. We're going to motivate and elevate. Well, I have a question. Why do car salespeople have a bad reputation?
What's the
This is the problem.
Reputation.
Customers push us to the edge. Consumers want to offer me $10,000 for a car that I paid $11,000. This is not a non-profit organization. We're here to make money.
Mr. T's not against making money, but something told me this guy might be going a little too far to get it. All right, Vince, we're going to tangle a little bit. What we want to do here, you know, is say, hey, man, that's a good guy. He's just not going to try to rip you off and get the sale, because if you do that, he's going to come back and haunt you.
Hey, woman. Want you want to be with a real man? Why don't you come over to my place? I'll show you what a real man's like.
Just start throwing out Rocky lines inappropriately to the women at the car dealership.
I wonder if when Mr. T walked in, he caused such a to-do that an old Jewish trainer had a heart attack and died on the floor.
Well, now he tries to sell cars for the dealership.
I'm gonna sell a car. Used car is one of the funniest moments in that movie. Is when big black Frank McRae is a mechanic and he's trying to help sell the car, and the old guy's like, He's like, oh, just go on, look inside. And the guy's like, I don't want to look inside. He's like, oh, it's all roomy and comfy. And the guy's like, I don't want to look inside. And then he opens the door and he pushes him and goes, oh, just get in the motherfucking car.
That movie is so underrated.
Used Cars is one of the fucking funniest movies ever. Frank McRae was hilarious.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy's fucking chief. I called him a nigger. You bet I did.
Yep.
That's Frank McRae from 48 Hours. Guy's fucking hilarious.
You know what they're complaining about now?
What now?
Wait.
That we took the N-word out of that song. We decided it was funnier the other way.
I actually was. It's much funnier with that. I don't even. Not that that's bad, but there's a better way to do it.
I know. We had talked about this. Definitely a funnier way.
Like if he's white or what, like a distraction, and then you come back to it like you're purposefully not missing it. It's funnier without it because it's too obvious a setup.
Yeah.
We're not being politically correct, dude. It's funnier this way. That's the only reason.
Yeah, who the hell could figure? If he's white or Swedish.
Or Swedish, yeah, exactly.
Or something
that's the funnier.
That makes no sense at all. Yeah.
But no, this
or
guy just
Egyptian.
If he's white or if he's not.
I just like hearing the word. I just like the word. I like saying it. I like hearing it. There's a context for it, my friend.
Absolutely.
And we only use it in the context driving home on the expressway.
That's right, or during sporting events.
You made it back just in time. Don't take too long in the bathroom, fool. I got knowledge to lay down.
Bathroom?
What's a bathroom?
Did he say bathroom?
I went to Nimitz Motors to...
That's where I go to the bathroom. Does Steve shit in the bathroom? Of course he does.
So then I wipe my ass with the rabbit.
The bathroom. One time I missed and hit myself with a claw. My claw stunk all day, and I was bleeding from the buttocks. I couldn't catch one trout. They were on to me.
His shit claw trolling through the water, picking up nothing but a little sand and some plankton.
The trout all know. 50 feet away, they're dodging his claw.
Yeah, it's all
his shit claw.
It's a whole shit finger. It's like a running joke in the trout school. The old shit fingers coming through.
Next time, I need a bigger rabbit.
I went to Nimitz Motors to motivate car salesmen. So first I got myself a fancy car salesman suit. Then I got on the phone to some potential customers. Boy, I need to do some cold calling. I got to get these people to Nimitz.
Yes?
This is Mr. T. I'm a salesman at Nimitz Motors. I was wondering...
Where'd you get my number from?
Well, we're doing a follow-up call, ma'am.
I am in the shower, okay?
Oh, I'm slow. I didn't know, ma'am. I'm just a salesman. Hello, Mr. B. I am Mr. T. I'm a salesman at Nimitz Motors. Okay.
What do you think? You're just going to cold call someone that needs a car?
This is Mr. T.
Dumb way to do
got a
things.
big sale coming up. And we want to know if you're interested in coming down looking at some of our models and we can make a good deal for you.
How about this, stupid? Stop saying you're Mr. T and looking for fucking recognition.
Yeah.
And just do it as a sales guy. Hey, Mr. T, the guy.
You think that's going to work?
No.
Even better?
I'm Lee Harvey Oswald.
Even better, those are fake calls.
Yeah.
You can hear the fake calls set up by the TV show.
All fake.
I'm in the shower.
Make a good deal for you. Hello? Hello?
A Rocco ending.
Turns out cold calling is hard. But up close and personal, I knew I could make a sale.
The music. It's fucking awful.
That's the wacky, goofy music. It's hard.
How are you?
Well, we're looking to get into another Altima.
Well, you come to the right place. I'm Mr. T, and I'm going to be at your service.
Is the mileage good on this as it was on the other one?
It's good.
What about trunk space?
I'm glad you asked that. I'm going to show you how big it is. I'm going to get in the trunk myself.
Hey there.
See how big it is?
Suffocate.
How embarrassing would it be
I wanted to add something extra to it.
I'm going to show you how roomy that bilge is. I'm going to get right in here. Holy shit.
Oh, Jimmy's a bad boy. Oh.
If I wanted to add something extra to it, like a navigation system, I can get that added.
Oh yeah. That's why we call it car dealers, you know, 'cause we can deal. That's my style, my approach, you know. I'm not gonna try to crowd you and try to trick you and nothing like that.
I like your sincerity.
That's my style. My word is my honor.
Shut up.
My word is my honor.
Is it?
Great.
Fake reality.
The word should be
TV.
canceled.
Great.
This is completely fabricated. Everything to do with it is
What station? Which
fabricated.
car are you looking for? Which vehicle is this?
2006 Altima.
Okay. Best I can do on that is $27,295.
This.
This Mr. T.
It's a little, you know, I told him I would take care of him.
What'd you tell the customers, Mr. T?
I told him we would treat him right.
Well, we'll definitely treat him right. I just need a number so I can work with.
I was thinking more closer to 24.
22.
I very much respect the offer at 22. I just can't take off $4,000. That's
Yes, you
impossible.
can.
When you say that you can't go no lower than 26, you know, I know you can, man. You know, then plus, most importantly, I gave the people my word. You know, I said I would give them a good deal. And to me, that don't seem like a good deal.
You know, I'm ready to work. Let's do this.
All right,
Tell me something. What are you looking to spend? The car is 26.3.
All right. Now, throw that 3 off. That's just $35. That's chump change. We won't even talk about that $35.
So you want me to take off $35 right off the bat?
$35? You gonna lose a deal for $35?
You can't just come up and say take off $35, Mr. T.
We hustling about $35? Man, my lunch is $35.
Your lunch is not mine. If I don't make money, I'm not gonna have that $35 meal, Mr. T. I'm not gonna have that meal.
That's chump change. I was talking, but Vince wasn't listening. And because of that, I was gonna lose this sale.
I'd have beat his ass.
I want to find whoever signed off on this. And I want to break into his home, and I want to kill his family.
And
Lucky Louie is off the air.
I was going to say, and they cancel Lucky Louie.
And this hunk of shit, he stinks, and I don't like him.
That does have to drive you nuts.
Oh, that has to just steam you.
Dude, it's like watching Lexington Steele fuck your ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
boy. If you just tune in, what's wrong with you, fool? Show me some respect and watch my show from the beginning.
You guys have a goal in 48 hours to do 20 cars. All right? As of now, we got 8 written.
8 out of 20? That's only a third. And third rhymes with turd. That's bad.
8 out of 20 is not a third.
That's the wrong
crap.
figure. And guess what?
It was all because of this terrible, awful Negro.
Yeah.
What are you, a fucking moron?
Holy Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh, that's the third.
Really?
Rhyme with turd.
Is it in you? Oh, yeah. Is it in you? All right, 12 more cars. 12 more cars. It was time to hit the nitrous, burn the rubber, put the pedal to the metal, and get in the passing lane. How we feel that we're gonna get there, man? Hey, yo, come on, man. Help your brother out digging, man. Cool, man. Hey, that's right, man. We're gonna sell, baby. Sell, man. We're gonna sell. That's right. We were pulling out all the stops. Everyone was pulling their weight. And we were pulling for each other.
I called my wife. She's calling her mom to buy a car.
Basically, there was a lot of pulling going on. And just as we were about to run out of time, something amazing happened.
Hey, where are the white women?
We made our final sale. Like I always say, you can't spell success without T.
The man told me to turn around. He was going to look at my teeth.
Made our final sale. The wooden gavel came down, and it was over.
And then actually he asked for a job, and they turned him down, so he got mad.
You don't want to hire niggas, that's all.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
What are you doing?
How the mighty have fallen.
This is how he closes the show.
Helping people gives me a real sense of accomplishment. And I like to express that feeling in rhyme and verse.
Oh, good.
I came to Nimitz Motors, down in New York City. A place full of cars and fools to pity. Problem after problem, a messy situation. The biggest of them all, a lack of motivation. T took care of business, and the others played their parts. Not just selling cars, but touching people's hearts.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Touching people's hearts? No. about when you die, if yours is used as an implant.
Oh, well, that's a great show. That's on TV Land.
Who's he helping besides every other network?
Yeah. I think it got good reviews, too. That's
It could
the scary
have.
part. Yeah, I think so.
Who besides Linda Stacy in the Post?
No kidding. It was probably her.
It's fun.
Well, there you go. Good luck, bro. We don't need to take a peek at that anymore.
Can I have a copy of that? I have to watch it when I get home.
I saw a crappy show on TV and figured they needed help. So I went over there and realized, holy shit, it's my show. How can I help Mr. T? I am Mr. T.
So I shot myself.
Let's go to Charlie in Jersey. Hey, Charlie.
But that just made me mad.
Charlie.
The only thing better...
20 biplanes to take me down.
Yes, sir, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I jumped all over you.
Charlie, go ahead.
Charlie, they took my thumb.
Charlie, what's up?
In 1983, there was a cartoon, Mr. T. The only thing better than this, he owned a gym where he trained gymnasts, and he would help them solve crimes and solve mysteries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was a Mr. T cartoon, yeah.
I remember that one.
Stay in school, stay off the drugs.
All right, let's go to Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
I need work.
Hey.
Yes, Kevin.
Please tell me that's a fucking joke.
No, sir.
I'd love to be able to, but no.
Oh, my God.
You hear some of this stuff, you think it's like an SNL skit or something.
That is
the acting is awful. They're trying to make believe it's a reality show.
What's Face and Hannibal doing?
All right, let's go to Danielle in Texas. Danielle.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Danielle.
Yeah, this Mr. T thing is not even right. I want to kill myself.
I thought it was a great thing he's doing, trying to help people sell cars.
Yeah.
And I guess every week he has a different problem,
Yeah,
right?
it's a different thing he solved. Wanda Sykes was doing something like this called, on Comedy Central, I forget, it was about Wanda Goes to Work. Whatever it was called, like Wanda would go and do your job.
Right. She'd go there washing dishes or something. I remember seeing that.
Washing.
Let's say hi to Flying Standby. Flying Standby, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I wanted to play What'd You Learn Today?
Cool.
Today I learned that if you write the song yesterday, you can beat up anyone you want.
It's true. Yeah, did we get Paul McCartney's statement?
Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was happening at 10.
I think he's...
Maybe 10 o'clock at stupid England time? When is that?
I hope he just shoots
time is it
him.
now? Jeez, that's tomorrow then, isn't it? It's a little after, maybe 10 o'clock tonight?
10 past
Time is
already,
it?
I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Big Ben.
How does that work again?
I hope she gets hit by a lorry.
Call it a truck. Morons.
All right.
Despise the English.
Despised.
They're handing me line of the day.
Oh!
What time is it?
I guess we're bailing early today.
Line of the day.
What time is it?
11:45. Let's say hi to Bobby. Bobby, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, listen, I learned today on the show that if you back up that tape, you can't spell success without a T.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, back it up. You guys stepped right over it. It was hysterical. I was falling down.
Success without T. Oh, well.
See you later, boys.
All right.
Okay. Funkus.
Line of the day, sponsored by BowDogFight.com. Log on and watch American fighters battle for the right to represent the U.S. in a bout against the Russians. It's all on BowDogFight.com. A mixed martial arts tournament and docu-reality unlike any seen before.
I pity the fool.
Here is today's runner-up line of the day.
Yeah, apparently Paul is going to make some kind of a statement.
Any minute now.
10 o'clock. And what's it going to be? I mean,
I know what it is, actually. He's having a left shoe sale.
Yes, that was funny.
Yeah, that was very funny.
Always funny to goof on Heather Mills' shoes.
Yes, or lack thereof.
Lack thereof. Her shoe. It's good to goof on her shoe.
Do you know how many half-full shoe boxes have been found in the McCartney's garbage?
Oh, he beat me with my pristine shoes.
It didn't even have that walking crease. It still had the paper in it.
Oh.
He beat me with a paper-filled shoe.
Perfect price tag on the sole.
Yeah. Still smells like rubber.
That's scoofed. The shoe isn't even scoofed.
Here is today's line of the day, sponsored by BowDogFight.com.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day.
You know, one of the waitresses at the Cracker Barrel actually waved her hand over my water and turned it into wine. They're magnificent, miraculous people.
Okay.
Like
I'm not saying that he was-
overstated just a tad.
He was fucking, who are you, the CEO? His name is Fred Barrel. That's who that guy was.
Fred Barrel. CEO. His picture hanging up. Mr. Barrel, we're having a problem at one of our stores.
Oh, okay, I'll put me right on it.
Yes. I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else today.
Nothing we didn't get to?
Not really. We could stall till 11.
No, we don't need to do that.
Sometimes we go late, sometimes we go early.
Sometimes we don't.
That's what we do. All right.
That's how it goes in the big city.
I got to piss, and I'm going to go see The Departed. I'm going to go home probably. Shit, and then nap, then wipe and shower.
All right.
I always nap in between shitting and wiping. It makes it easier because instead of having to dig in there, it flakes off. I just open my cheeks and jump up and down, and it flakes off.
I just fall out.
Yeah, like paint chips.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
There are many ways to get an Opie and Anthony Wow sticker. This is not one of them.
Hello, I am selling Wow stickers on Craigslist. Please wire $4,000 American to a numbered account in Zurich, and I'll happily send you a Wow sticker, shiny and new. I have a friend in the shipping industry, so shipping won't be a problem.
Get your own Opie and Anthony Wow sticker. Go to opieandanthony.com and fill out the online form. We'll send you a shiny new Wow sticker, and you'll be enjoying some lovely melons in no time.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.